Unique New York. Unique New York. Hey, how you doing, kid?
Good. How are you, Bunnyfoot?
Good. Love you in black.
Thank you so much. I think I remember you saying that to me once.
Hey, it's the Charcoal Ninja.
Charcoal Ninja became a member. Thank you, Charcoal Ninja. I love that. That is so
That'd be cool.
nice.
Too
David
cool.
Booley from the boat is here. Welcome, David. Hey, Sandy Wandy, Lazy Silver, Diana H. I understand Diana H needs a lot of just warmth right now, guys. She needs family. She needs thoughts. She needs prayers. Something really, really tragic happened in her family yesterday.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Really tragic, like the worst you can think of. Someone took their life.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's tough time of year.
Yes, it is. Hey, Amanda Deer. Hey, Allie from England. Thank you, David.
What a cool thing to say.
It's really kind. Joanne Hawley, I'm so glad you still have power. She's been in Canada. Well, she lives there, but she didn't have power tonight. And she was like, I'm going to miss your stream. And I had everybody pray for her. And then she had power.
She also is unblocked.
She's been unblocked.
So I just told her today to send you something. I guess I got the wrong person.
Yeah, you got the wrong person. I got Marsha Laird back and Jeannie Hansen.
Jeannie Hansen. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Well, don't I look stupid?
Again. I've done way worse. Hey, Lumen. Hey, Heather. Nicole the Kiwi. I love you, girl. Wes Lightburn. Buffy is back. Gemini girl. Lisa Kelson. That's okay, Lisa. Hey, Debbie Zito. Cute. Hey, Mary Barons. Ghost Rider. I don't know if I said hi to you.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Your son is in here, by the way. Making trouble.
Lucy!
Making trouble.
Don't make that face. He's a great cat.
Hey, Kelly. Hey, Ange. Angie. Kay Thompson. Moosey, you better act right. Your father's here.
That's right. Neck it in, kid.
Come up here, why don't you?
He's such a good boy.
Come on.
My daughter shredded my pink shirt. I'll have you know.
Yeah, I'm sad about it. I don't want to talk about it ever again. Hey, Abigail. Yeah. I tried to forget the first time you told me. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Wendy. I love Wendy. She's so nice. Hey, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. Margie Barr. So what are you doing tonight?
Oh, living the dream. How have you been?
I can't say no.
Oh, such a great reference.
What movie?
That would be the one with Gene Hackman, and I can't think of the name of it right now. The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yep. They go, the Tenenbaums have fallen on hard times, have they not? And he goes, I can't say no. Yeah, Abigail.
You guys know.
Abigail, she probably will do it closer to next week, Christmas. She does sales like once a month, so you just have to keep an eye.
I do daily. I'm there. Sorry,
Abigail, I get the notifications on her app, and that's what's best. I'm trying the new Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Apparently, I don't have any dyes in it. Really? What? Oh, I need to try that. I stopped eating those because of all the dyes and crap in them, and it hurts. I crap myself every time I eat them. Hey, Barbara, wait, whine a little bit more. Hey, Pat Jonas again. Yeah, Abigail, she does do sales. It just depends. I would get the app. Stop it. Babe, it's less than a week to Christmas. Be kind.
I am always kind.
Oh, he was saying that he loves the smell of you. Isn't that
fantastic? Unless she's actually breathing in your general direction.
Okay. Are you going to sleep better saying that?
No, it's going to stop.
You realize she's like
90 is here.
She's like 90 in human years. When you're 90, I'd like to smell your breath. Hey, Chica Cherry Cola. Happy early birthday, Abigail. I love that. Hey, Mimi.
Well, if I quit brushing at 80, by 90, I could probably be in the same.
It's a lot of.
If you're trying to get kissed the next time I see you, you might want to back off on that just a notch.
Hey, Puka Vista. Ghost Rider says, how do you find the great designers? I don't know that I do. I think there's a lot of people who know designers better than me, Ghost Rider. I'm not a designer kind of person. I like to support small. Jennifer Grace is a small-time designer. She hand makes everything in LA with her team. I just like people who have great personalities. That's why I like Trini Woodall with her company. I like my handbag maker is Claire Vivier in LA. Again, I just like her, and I just support people who I find, and if they're a cool maker and they make cool things, great.
With the exception of that being Adidas.
Yeah.
Who do make excellent kicks.
I do like Adidas. I like Sambas. I like what I like. It doesn't have to be a giant conglomerate. It doesn't have to be small. I'm not sure, Ghostwriter, but Jennifer Grace is an amazing designer. She's not for everybody because she makes a lot of like kind of bohemian look stuff and caftans and that amazing jacket, but not everybody's. Oh.
I'm sorry, what are they called?
Caftans.
No, Lisa Kelson. See, humans get no break on that. That is only extended to the four-legged variety.
Great job eating your dins, by the way. You did it really fast. It was lightning speed. We're really impressed by you.
Do I still get the occasional credit? Do I ever get honorable mention?
Not anymore.
I really should.
Not with that rudeness.
She'd still be trying to eat out of a can and be miserable.
She wasn't eating out of a can, babe. She was eating out of a bowl, and she prefers a plate. And
That's right.
Right. And you discovered that. Nobody in my house eats out of a can. You're going to be sending pet services over here by the end of the night.
It's still the rounded. She's too much of a lady for that. It's like Squirrel. Squirrel doesn't like eating out of that kind of stuff. She wants it on a plate, kind of fluffed up so that it looks like something that might be something that you're getting ready to eat. It's them wanting to be human, you see.
Uh-huh.
Meredith Lynn, how have you been?
I love Meredith Lynn. I don't know if you knew that.
I think you've mentioned it once in the past.
I have. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about her life. Hey, Katie did it. Let's get weird, says Buffy.
Oh, you really want to start that 7 minutes in? We've got priors. That wouldn't be a bad t-shirt, by the way.
We do all kinds of stuff 7 minutes in, fella.
Yes. Usually by then I'm napping.
That's disappointingly true.
Come on now. She was referring to films. I tend to not get through a lot of them.
Yeah, no, we know. We get it. There's Jeannie Hansen again. Jeannie, the credit goes to Tommy. For the people who were blocked, Tommy showed me how to unblock them. And if there are more, please reach out to me via email because you can't reach out to me on the channel because you're blocked.
You know, that is a new streamlined process. That never worked in the past, but it does now.
Really? It's amazing.
Yeah, I was actually researching how to do it because I'm like, if you got 6,000, people that are blocked or 10, it gets kind of hard to scroll through all of those people trying to find them. And they said, no, there's a more streamlined method.
Thank you, Yadira. Hey, Lenora Gray. What was I just going to say about that? How does it feel to be back on Relatable Reese as the lifeboat?
I'll tell you what, it's a lot easier than toggling back and forth between the two channels. And I get confused. Like one day I was toggling back and forth and I put a short up on the wrong channel. Started feeling kind of silly.
Mm-hmm. I could see that. And I love that, Abigail. Thank you, babe. Abigail is sending us a calendar and there's themes in each month. July is you and Tommy.
I love that.
That is so sweet, Abigail. I love you. You are so kind. She is so... I can tell her love language is gifts, acts of service. She's amazing.
That is very cool.
So are you.
And July should be ours.
Why is that, dear?
Well, because our birthdays are in usually the first week or shortly the first 8 days anyway.
Hey, Patty. Do you know why I want to forget that? Because I'm 41 and a half.
You liar! It's funny how that truth comes out only when we're live. Like if by some chance in a conversation I go, well, you know what, kid? I mean, we're getting older. You're 41. I usually get I'm sorry, what? And then I'm going to go 31. Did I say 41? Sorry.
That's never happened once, but good try. Actually, what happens is you get a look at it and you go, wow, that thing doesn't look a day over 30.
That's usually what I say. It's all the wrinkles on your face. It throws me off. See, it's been a really long time, but do you remember when we used to do the hold on the wrinkle test, or has it been too long for you to remember that?
No, you can do it.
You ready?
Mhm.
Yeah. Nothing.
Still nothing. There's a tiny bit of a
Nothing.
line. There's a tiny bit of a line. You can see it. There's a crease, a little bit.
Let me try one more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. So if
Nothing.
I were to get murdered, everything would be intact there. Like I feel like the murderer would jump in and be like, "How old are you?" Before I kill you real quick, how old are you? Because you've got no wrinkles, lady. You know what I love is that the trolls say that I do Botox, but
Fans.
oh yeah, the super fans say that I do Botox. Can you imagine allowing needles into my forehead?
No, I cannot.
There's no way.
No. Your body is a temple. Should be
Are you
treated.
guys fighting?
Not in a very, very long time. you missed the good old days.
David, no, you got to go watch some old streams, man. We really had some knockdown, drag out fights. No, we're not. No. Hey, Armine. No. Your mom loved Botox. I could not do it. I have to get my blood drawn every 3 months for my diabetes. And no way. There's no way I'm getting a needle into my face. I used to have to assist in Botox and lip injections, and it was the creepiest looking. There's no way.
Yeah, and it's botulism. I mean, that's what it is. You can call it whatever you want, but they're shooting small amounts of botulism into your head to get to paralyze that stuff so that you don't wrinkle.
And
But I
let's
think
be
it's really
honest.
funny when you see the stars and it's like no matter what happens, they go, "Yes, that was terrible," and you can't tell. The next sentence is, "Oh, that was the greatest thing that ever happened." And either way, they just kind of look like there's nothing going on there.
I don't know. Wendy, how much does Botox? Back when I was assisting with it, it was like $500 a session. It was a lot.
You're good, Dave.
If you would know if I actually did do Botox, because if I did, I would get my lips done. I would want bigger lips.
How about no?
I like big lips. I think they look cool. Now I don't like the big crazy looking ones, but
Would you do the duck? Would you do the duck lip if you got it? Would your selfies become this one?
No. David, you're fine, man. It's totally okay. Nothing is.
Oh, come on. I'm just messing.
Anything here.
We were talking about the duck lips, me and Johnny Scoville. We're talking about the duck lips. And he goes, "Yeah, I can't believe that men and women did that." I said, "Men? No man has ever done that." And it took him 6 seconds to find me like 5 different pictures of dudes doing the exact same thing. I was slightly nauseated.
Yeah, I can't do it either, Lisa Kelson. The duck lips are so weird. It's so weird when women do that in their pictures and they're like, it's so weird.
If you're going to do that, you should also have to adopt the Tommy voice.
Tommy. Well, the women who do the duck lips typically do that. Tommy. Considering eyebrow flashing is either request for approval or seeking agreement, I'm surprised you aren't wrinkled because of Scientology. I think I'm not wrinkled because of Scientology. You're not allowed to show any emotion in Scientology. And I mean, you can see some of the love you, Nicole the Kiwi. I'm glad I saw you tonight. You can tell some Scientologists were Scientologists because if they have like the anger. Do you ever see like they have like the anger creases? Because anger is allowed in Scientology. Yeah, Barbara, wait. Have you ever seen women do selfies? It's usually girls. It's like younger girls. And they like stick their lips out. It's just so weird. And I can't tell if they got them stuck in a pool drain. But no, some Scientologists have the like anger marks, you can tell. But a lot of Scientologists look young.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I also like the eyes they occasionally get. The ones that are like, you just have to.
What?
They get that creepy. You've never heard Scientology eyes as a term?
No, but I know they're dead behind the eyes.
No, they have these eyes, and I'm not trying to pick on anyone. Well, okay, maybe I'm trying to pick on people. But they have these eyes that just kind of look like they might have just done a line of crystal meth that long. They're like wide the hell open, like they're taking everything in, and it's a little creepy.
Oh, yeah. My dad did that all the time. I wonder if my dad was a meth head and I just didn't know it. My dad did that all the time. That's like it's called tone 40. And it's being full of intent. Poo poo.
It should be called tone it down a little, is what it should be called.
No, but they do that. They'll be
Yes,
like,
they do
knock
do.
it off. That.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the look right there. It's good.
Yep. Scientologists do that all the time. They'll
Wendy
go,
R, that's awesome.
Babe, you're not listening to me.
I'm listening. You said
Shark
tone
eyes.
40. Your dad looked like that.
Yes, Lumen. Interesting, Barbara Waite. Yeah, I'm proud of you here, Wendy. I love this, and good
So
for
do
you.
I.
I love it. Where is Johnny? I don't see Johnny. Someone said, "Hey, Johnny." Where?
I don't know, but he's usually lurking somewhere.
Oh.
He's a lurker. Surprised you didn't know that.
Is he a lurker these days?
He's a lurker. He's a shooter. He's a lurker. He is.
I'm not a lurker.
No,
I don't think I am.
I've been known to lurk.
You have been. Yeah, you've been known to lurk. I don't lurk.
I have lurked.
No, I come in like a wrecking ball.
Stop.
And from Massachusetts, Scientology and their rewriting of the dictionary.
That to me is one of the most frightening things about them, to be honest with you.
Are other people having issues with my audio?
I'm not hearing any issues, but I'm not listening.
As is Tommy.
We're both lagging?
Third Eye Open, for once, it might be your computer because nobody else is saying anything.
Hard telling.
Guys, can we test that out? Okay, everybody else says no.
Well, it makes me feel better.
Me too. But
I was getting slightly concerned.
she doesn't usually have issues with her. Okay, so it is Third Eye Open. Refresh, babe. I'm glad to hear that. So everybody said over, by the way, on my, I'm going to set you back in your chair, but you're tiny and Merry Christmas.
Oh, she's going to be salty about it.
I know. A bunch of people in my chat said that you did a great show today.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
I wasn't there. I was driving in the worst possible traffic situations.
Uh-huh.
So I really didn't get to catch your show today. And I was in Costco, which is my favorite place to be, less than a week before Christmas. I don't know if you know this. What was it about?
So it was about an hour and 5 minutes. No, it's there was a new dump of Jeffrey Epstein files. A lot of pictures, a lot of stuff. So I've got a show that's going to be coming up where I roll out every one of these pictures, about 65 or something new ones. And one of them is, or two of them, I should say, are pictures of his passport. And on his passport, on everybody's passport who is a child predator, there is a stamp in the passport, right? That usually appears on page 27, unless you're somebody that travels the world. Like if you've had a bunch of stamps, they'll give you a larger passport. Most passports have a smaller number. If you're Epstein, you might have 50 pages in there, but it says on the front page, C, and then whatever page that is. And on there, it will say anything that has to be added, like you work for the State Department, you're only allowed to be there 1 year, your parents are in the military, so that's why you're able to stay in the country. But if you're a registered sex offender, that has to go in there. If you have a crime against kids, that has to go in there. And I know, just knowing the jackwagons on YouTube, that once I do that video, they're going to go, hey, where's your passport, man? Why don't you show yours? So I just did sort of a preemptive one where I said, hey, I will show you my passport. I mean, as far as doxing goes, who cares? I've been doxed a million times. So I just removed the passport number, the signature, the little code on the bottom, but showed when it was issued, things like that, because that was a law starting in 2016, fully effective 2017.
You showed your passport today?
I did. I spoke to a lawyer before I did.
Hi, Wendy. I did not see the Clearly Canadian at Costco. Hey, Nicola. Roberta, welcome in, babe. So I guess I'm not following. Hey, Kat, hold on. So does the passport show when somebody is...
Yes.
Does a driver's license?
It depends on the state. What usually happens with a driver's license is there's nothing on there that says you're a weirdo, but they'll only issue it for a year, so that you have to come back every year and get a new one so that they can track where you're at all times. And there was a time back in the day where I showed my driver's license because the state of Nevada does that. You can only have a 1-year license. I showed my Nevada license for 10 years. It didn't help. But this isn't going to help either. The idiots are going to say whatever they say. That's just sort of YouTube. But what it's going to do is they're going to come running with this. So I thought, hey, everybody knows my name anyway. My date of birth has been doxxed. Everything's been doxxed. So I just removed my passport number and the month and the day that my passports was issued. I just did exactly what a lawyer told me to remove so that people couldn't see it. And then that was what I did. And I held it up so that everybody could get a look at it. And then while it was up there, I turned to page 27 to show people that there's no such qualification in there for me. Now, the crazy thing is, like, you've already been here, but you can't get into this country. If you have that offense, you got that stamp in your passport, you ain't getting here. It's just that simple. But the stuff that people, yes, endorsements. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for, Wendy. It's under the endorsement section, which for most normal people will be on page 27. If you are a wild traveler of the world and you need 50 or 60 pages in your passport, they will tell you what page to go to. But normally it's on page 27.
Wow. So the passport has something on it that says if you're a registered sex offender.
Correct. Under the endorsements on page 27, this was called Megan's Law International. So you know what Megan's Law is in the US, right? So Megan's Law International. Well, this was based on a child that had been abducted and killed, and they changed some laws to make it harder for people that have that kind of crime to fly under the radar, right? Well, the international version of that law puts it in every single passport, and that's been that way since 2016 when Barack Obama signed it. So I put up the laws, showed when it went into effect, showed Epstein's passport. His was issued in 2019, showed the stamp in his, and then I showed mine. About 4 or 5 times because people kept coming in who'd go, what are we talking about?
Wow. So that was kind of smart of you.
Well, you know what? I hate it. It's one of the most uncomfortable subject matter.
But I mean,
if I do that show, that they're just going to come with guns blaring and go. They literally put stuff out that I snuck across the border. You got any idea what it'd be like to try to sneak into this country? But I went. I have a visa stamp. I came right through the gate. I would not have been able to even visit here. They're very serious about that in this country. Most are, by the way. Most countries will not allow anybody with that stamp in there. That's why they put it on there, because these people would disappear to a country like Thailand where they can go and do these things. So after the law passed in stop that, you cats, terrible. After 2016, that goes in everybody's passport. Yes, you did hear a meow. Now, before you think that's a very cute animal.
That's what you
know
did.
What? I'm sorry about the beta blockers thing. If it gets you high, I probably studied the heck out of it. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy that spent a lot of time talking to people who have done drugs. But as far as beta blockers go, honestly, I don't know a lot about it. I mean, I know what they do, but bless you. Did you hear that little cat sneeze?
No. I'm sorry, but I'm deep in thought about what you just told me. So that's what you did a show about this afternoon?
Correct. Would you like to see my passport, Pumpkin? It's sitting right here. I think I still have it redacted. I do.
I mean, I certainly don't need proof. I already know that.
No, I was just going to show you what I did. You see the redactions? So it's covering my number. It's covering the days of the month that was issued. Come on now, go into focus. It will do it eventually. Maybe not with both of us on. It certainly did on my show. But anyway.
Maybe back it up a little bit.
No, it just isn't going to do it. But
so where does it say it? Does it say it on that page or on the page?
No, what it does is right at the bottom here, it will say on every single person's passport, go to page 27 for endorsements. So you go over to page 27, and that is page 27. And it is bare naked, because that ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me. That's actually Katy Perry, the large white cat. Squirrel Nut Zipper is in the doghouse for jumping on my back last night as I was going live and chewing up my shirt.
So I didn't know this. I have some questions. This is interesting to me because this is actually a really good topic as far as people can, again, get behind a keyboard and a fake name, an empty name, no picture, and say whatever they want to say. And it's great because then you can
at least refute it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so you killed it. I mean, how can anyone say yes he is? They can't.
Well, and do you remember a show called American Pickers?
No.
Okay, it's these guys that go around the country and they like look through barns and they look through like collections of junk, and they'll find stuff that's all rusty and nasty, and the guy will go, "This is rare as hell," and they'll tell you why, and then they'll say to the guy, "I'll buy this from you for $100 or whatever," and he takes it back to a place called Antique Archaeology, which is the name of his business, and he sells it. And it was really cool because it's like watching people go to thrift stores, except they were just collections of junk that people had, and they found little items of that are just classic, old signs, things like that. Anyway, there were two guys on there. One's name was Mike Wolf, and the other guy's name was Frank Fritz. Frank Fritz has passed away. Mike, there's a thing that I put up on my screen that says Mike Wolf was just sentenced to life in prison. It has 3.5 million views. At $6 per 1,000, that's $21,000 somebody made on that video. It's been up since April, and there's no truth to it. The guy hasn't even been arrested, much less gone to prison. But they said that he killed his partner, who died of natural causes. And you can say anything you want on YouTube. You can say anything you want, and there's just nothing that anyone can do about it. So I do these things almost as a public service announcement, for real. Like the Rob Reiner stuff that's going on right now. The number of videos that are already up that everything they're saying is a lie, but the thumbnail will get you, and they get 80,000 views. And now somebody may never look at anything else. That may be the only thing they look at in the Rob Reiner case. And they'll be at a cocktail party or they'll be at lunch, and someone will say, "Yeah, it was sad. Both of them were killed in bed." And the person's going to go, no, the wife died in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. In fact, she said her kid did it. That got reported on Megyn Kelly's show. That got reported on, big shows. And now people take that and run with it. And if that's the only thing you see, or I don't know whether you realize this, but let's say you got a video that has 100,000 views. You know how they get 100,000 views? Have you ever looked in your analytics and it says click-through rate? That means how many people saw the option of clicking on you. Most people have about 3.5%, something like that. So to get 100,000 views, you have to have millions of impressions. So if somebody just sees that thumbnail and it says, Mike Wolf, sentenced to life in prison, they may not click on it, but they'll say to their wife, "Oh my God, that guy from American Pickers? He was sentenced to life in prison," and then they scroll by it. Or a thumbnail that says Tommy Scoville is a child molester, and those thumbnails exist. They're out there. So it's damaging because there are people that don't watch the videos. There are people that don't care, but they see that thumbnail and it just becomes ingrained. And if you don't click on it, YouTube will show you that impression more than once. So you might see it 10 times, never click on it and just go, "Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit." So it's sad that YouTube doesn't police this stuff. And look, at least these people look in the camera and talk about me. But the AI versions of this stuff, there's nobody there. These things are made in other countries. And that one video about Mike Wolf was on 60 channels that they owned. Altogether, 10, 15 million people saw that. In a country of 330 million people, that's devastating. It really is. There are people out there who just think he killed his partner and he's doing life in prison. That sucks. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. And I put up a couple of examples. Another one from Pawn Stars. I don't know if you remember that show.
You've talked about that.
He got life in prison too. He's dying of life. He's dying in prison. He got life. That one only had 500,000 views, so about $3,500, but just for lying, without even having to do anything. They hit a button and AI builds the entire thing. Probably takes them 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm sure they're working on their next story for me and you, right? Like somebody now, 3 separate people have now said that I bullied people so hard on my channel that I caused 6 people to try to commit suicide.
I heard that.
Yeah. Kat, I'm really happy to hear that, babe. And P. Taylor, thank you for that.
Those words are magic. They really are.
There's 2 questions here. Did Mike Wolf really lose his partner? And is it true that the kid was diagnosed with schizophrenia?
Yeah, the kid had schizophrenia. That has come out from a fairly reliable source. But also and Mike Wolf definitely lost his partner. Frank Fritz died. Natural causes. He wasn't murdered. But yeah, the bearded charmer passed away. However, he wasn't taking his medication. One of the things that his parents said was if he didn't stop doing drugs and start taking his medication, that they were going to ask him to leave. That would lead me to believe that he was on medication for schizophrenia and wasn't taking it. which is kind of a bummer. But
It
this is nothing. There isn't going to be anything feel good that comes out of this story. There just simply isn't.
No, but I mean, clearly there's mental illness there, like a
Tons
lot of
of
it. And yeah, it's so, I was just talking about this on my channel. It's just people are so quick to judge, like, why didn't they do it this way? Why didn't they do that? I would have done that. Like, it's just so awful.
Or another one that's trending. If he hadn't been taking all those hormones to transition into a woman, then this probably wouldn't have happened. There was no truth to that whatsoever. But there's a ton of videos that say that.
So I hate to say this, as tragic as that is, it makes me feel a little bit better that that sentence you just said, because anybody can say anything. And eventually that's going to become the norm. And I love that, because people are going to read, Reese caused and bullied 6 people to try to kill them. 6 people is a little extreme to try to commit suicide. Tommy is a registered sex offender. None of this stuff is true, guys. And Tommy obviously beat it tonight. He was able to show you the proof that he isn't. I know that none of you think that anyway. It doesn't even cross my mind. I don't think about it. But there are hateful, stupid people out there with nothing better to do. And it just makes me sad, because sometimes they bully people to death.
Well, that happens far more than you would possibly imagine. I mean, it really, how does one get back one's reputation, right? You think back to the days even before the internet, but there was a bombing that took place at an Olympics in Atlanta, right? And a guy named Richard Jewell found a bag. He was a security guard. He found the bag that the bomb was in. He went and told people about it. And CNN and a couple of other news sources ran with the fact that he was a prime suspect. He wasn't, but it destroyed this man's life. And, how do you get it back? If the whole world thinks that that's who you are, there isn't a handbook for here's what you do if you've been destroyed by idiots with platforms.
It's a smear campaign. It's a hate campaign. They get enough fake accounts and they make it look like it's hundreds of people when it's truly like 10 people. Hey, Bo Beats. And they can say whatever they want. The problem is, I think a lot more people are getting wiser to that shit. I mean, with AI also into play here, people are not going to just blindly believe. But to me, I feel bad for you. Like the bullying into 6 people committing suicide or attempting it is horrific. That's a terrible thing to say and a terrible rumor to start. It's gross. It reflects on them, not me. I really don't let that in, is what I mean by that. Like, I don't even know. I think it's they oversold that. Maybe if you would have said like 1 person, but 6 is overselling the shit out of that. I hate it, but I don't care, because I think the people who are with me and follow me and subscribe and come over are free thinkers, and they're not going to believe that you can come watch my channel. It's open to the world. I don't bully people, right? But I think about you, and just like someone saying that you're a registered sex offender is such a gross thing to say.
Child molester. They take it a little bit further than that, right? They take it to literally the most reprehensible thing on planet Earth. However, here's the thing, though, and I think you kind of hit on something. Critical thinking is making a comeback. So now when people click on it, so I had to do a bunch of research for this, and I was clicking on these AI. I know that the thumbnail's BS, right? Like he called his brother. This is a big one that's trending. Nick called his brother from jail to profess his innocence and ask for bail. You ain't making a phone call from Suicide Watch. You're not, right? It's just not going to happen. But so I went on to the video, and I immediately went over to comments, and the first 5 comments were, AI is destroying YouTube. There's no truth to any of this. If you get on something and you go, geez, is this true? You can Google it. Here's where it gets scarier, though, kid. If enough people keep talking about, so AI, people don't seem to understand how AI works. AI doesn't think, right? We tend to ascribe human characteristics to artificial intelligence. What it does is it goes like this and checks everything out there on the internet in lightning speed. If the only thing out there is people saying, you caused 6 people to try to take their lives, and there's nothing out there to refute that. If you say to AI, hey, did Reese do this? They're not going to find anything out there that says, no, that didn't happen. And they'll come back and go, yeah, she did. And that's terrifying, because if you're a content creator, there's so much hate that goes on. One of the things that they search with every AI model is Reddit. And Reddit's terrifying, right? You don't have to verify any of this stuff. It's really kind of an ugly thing.
I don't rely on AI like you do, but even if it said, yes, that's true, Wouldn't you want some kind of proof of that?
Yes,
I'm
but you're
still
a
not
thinker.
going to Ewa.
But
This
you're a
is
thinker.
yeah. I don't believe anything, but that's my Scientology training. We're trained not to just blindly believe anyone. We want to see it. Like LRH said, if it isn't written, it isn't true. Like I want to track down the proof on that. I would never in a million years believe so. Or again, you oversold it. For someone to be like, she's bullied 6 people, that's a lot. That's a serious allegation, right? Yeah, Mimi, Reddit is so gross. It's
Good
just
for you, Mimi.
Ewa, that is such a nice thing to say.
You see Bo Beats' comment?
Not yet. And I love this too. You cannot judge a person. You can't walk in their shoes. Consider the source with whom they ally themselves with. Neither if you are currently facing charges, just saying. Oh, neither of you. Yeah. Totally, Bo Beats.
Well, but here's where that gets tough, is that if I do a story tomorrow, and I pick anybody, right? Pick Ann from Massachusetts. I do a story tomorrow on Ann from Massachusetts, and it gets 60,000 views. The number of people who do content like I do are gonna. If just look at anybody that does true crime. If I'm doing a show about such and such, so is 90% of every other true crime channel. And if they see somebody get traction, I mean, I've had channels that are 10 times the size of my channel make unbelievable hate videos about me with nothing to back it up because it was selling. It was trending. There was a period of time where taking a shit on me was a really easy thing to do, and it was really popular. And tons of people did it. Not just the ones that you would think of off the top of your head and go, yeah, they're all just lowlifes and they got small channels. They will jump on it if they think it sells, because unfortunately we're in this business for clicks, right? Whether we like it or not. If there's content that I love doing that I do anyway, but it isn't going to have anybody see it because the algorithm isn't going to push it. No one's going to look at it. But if I say Diddy in the title, right, I'm going to get thousands of views. And that's kind of the nature of the beast, right? So yeah, in the beginning you say, well, these people are just scumbags. And then the people who ally themselves with them will say stuff like, I don't like that person at all, but, and then they'll start talking about you because if it's trending, if people, if people are getting paid on it, then people will bury somebody without anything to back it up. If by some chance it's paying the bills, and that's frightening.
That's why my channel is a bad business deal, though. It's a whole bad, because I don't do anything for clicks. I just go on and literally say and do and talk about nothing. And tonight we looked at my codes. So like, I'm never going to go into the algorithm, and my channel's tanks for that reason, because I just don't do that kind of stuff.
That said, most people who are trending in the algorithm haven't seen a super chat in their life. If you do content where you go, I don't care about all that stuff, people will give super chats because they realize that that's kind of the way it is, right? This isn't a channel talking about Diddy. This isn't a channel talking about, what's going on. And the people that you connect with, you connect in a way that other content creators can't. And whether or not you realize this, it's one of the reasons that people hate you. For real. What you do in the scheme of things is wizardry. And take this from a guy that worked as a public speaker for a really long time. What you do, not only can you go on there and talk about anything, but you're picking comments out as you're doing it. You're relating to every person in the audience. I used to trip out. Now I'm used to it. But we would do Colts and Crims, and someone's name would pop up, and Reese would go, oh, how's your uncle? And then the next person would come up, oh, I hope you're doing better. You know what's going on in your audience's life. And it's probably a good thing that you don't have 200,000 subscribers, because there's no way you could continue to be you. Everyone who meets you goes, yeah, she's exactly the same in real life as she is on the channel. And that's a rarity, right? It really is. I used to try to do that. I don't do that anymore. I don't. I go on, I do my content. I talk to people, but I don't know what's going on in people's lives. I'm not reading emails. I'm not doing any of those things because I've just been stung. And you're a tougher content creator than I am. But what you do is wizardry, and it pisses off people that can't do it. That's the nature of anything, right? There's an old joke among actors, right? For people that went to school for theater. And the joke is, how many actors does it take to screw in a light bulb? 100. 1 to screw in the bulb and 99 to go, I could have done that better. And that's kind of how it is in content creation. But if you know you can't do it better, instead of just being that person that sits there and goes, damn, she's good at that, you can just hit record and go, she made me try to commit suicide, right? I mean, it's very, very easy.
Thank you for saying that, babe. That was really a kind thing to say.
Well, I mean
And Bo Beats, I agree with this.
No question. No question. But if it didn't pay, they wouldn't get the hate. I promise you. Nobody creates hate about somebody that's got 4 people on a channel and no one likes them. They watch Reese and go, wow, she gets super chats. I hate that woman, right? And Nora most assuredly is another person that doesn't take a lot of crap, right? You and Nora do very, very different kind of content, but Nora is fearless in a different way than you are. And Nora goes after people big enough to stomp her out like a brush fire and doesn't give a shit if she thinks she's right. And you know what? Might not be my brand of content, but I got mad respect for what Nora does.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
Oh,
I have mad respect for her.
For sure. I totally agree with that. I mean, not to mention, to me, I think Nora is hilarious. And I whether you like her or you don't like her, I think she's very courageous.
She is, absolutely. And I'm not saying I don't like her. I don't watch content where people do content about other people. As a rule of thumb, I don't watch that. And not because I think there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with it for me. What it does to me is the reason that I don't watch it. I'm not judging people, who do, but to me, when I watch somebody that is talking about a creator, even if they're a dirtbag, I get a hangover. I walk away from that, and it dents me a little bit. And that's me personally.
Yeah. Well, I like courageous women, especially.
She's courageous as hell, and she's funny, which is that's also a really winning combination, right?
Yeah.
Funny and courageous is always attractive in my opinion.
I like courageous women. I would not call me courageous at all. I like courageous women who stand up for what they believe in. I don't do that so much on my channel. I just don't. But
you're not courageous?
And not in the same sense.
Are you shitting me?
No,
we'll have a long conversation when we're not live, and I will point out all of the ways that you were wildly courageous. But that's just me.
I agree, Debbie. And Iwa, yes, he does true crime on the lifeboat.
I do it on the lifeboat, correct.
Why on God's green earth can people not celebrate other successes? I don't want to know. It's weird. Women, especially, I feel like, Debbie, get so I don't understand it. They get weirdly jealous of other women that become successful. I'm the opposite. Whenever I see a successful woman, I'm like, I want to know her. I want to know everything about her. I want to hang out with her. I want to celebrate her. I never get jealous of successful women.
You do realize, though, that we're talking about something that isn't the real world. So this is a forum like nothing else. And it hasn't been around long enough to even study this. But what happens is, if somebody is really doing well, let's say they get a silver play button. They have 100,000 people that watch them. So if you put their name in your title, then their audience is going to go over to watch just so that they can go, that's bullshit. I love Reese. But they're going to get 60,000 people to go over and watch it. The next content creator goes, holy shit, if I just put Reese's name in the thumbnail, I'm going to get a lot of views. Even if you look at the really small creators that get nothing, they get 30 views or whatever, they're going to get 1,300 when they talk about you. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's not haters. That's not fanatics. That's people that love you who go over to see what was said about you. And this is something that will take another couple of years, maybe a decade, for people to realize that that's just as good as pumping your fist in the air and going, woohoo, I agree, because the algorithm doesn't see it any different. It's every time you watch somebody, whether it's AI telling you a lie or whether it's somebody that's hating on somebody or whatever, that's a vote. And they get paid 1,000 of those, and they're going to get somewhere between $6 and $13, right? Or $1 and $13, depending on the channel. The average YouTube wide is $6 per 1,000. So if they go over there to hate on that person or just to protect you or anything else, they're paying the hate. That's terrifying, but it's the truth.
That is so sweet. And Bo Beats, by the way, thank you for that comment. I agree with you on this, Bo Beats.
That would be a great name for her channel, honestly.
What?
No Fear Nora would probably be a decent name for her channel.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to you and Tommy. Have a New Year's supper on me. That is so sweet.
That is really a kind thing.
Joanne Holly, thank you for that. That is really nice. And I'm so glad that you got your power back on and you're warm and safe and you have lights. Thank you for the giant super chat. That was really kind, Joanne. Thank you.
I don't remember seeing that color. That's the coolest color super chat I've ever seen. I mean it. That is a really cool
It is.
color.
It's a really. It's like a
Is
berry.
that color? What would you call that?
A berry. That's my favorite lipstick color. It's like a reddish berry.
So it's nowhere near a heather. See, I thought I was doing so good.
Heather.
Yeah, like a heather color. I've been studying. It's not paying off.
I don't know what
Don't
a
I
heather.
always, like, you'll put something on, I'll go, ooh, it's a pop of color, and then I get the smile like, you've been listening.
Tommy is really cute, guys. So he likes my outfits and stuff, and I'll show him things when I buy them. And he is so cute. He will say that he'll go, "Hey, babe, you're wearing a pop of red," or it's really cute. I love that you noticed that. Yeah, I appreciate, guys. By the way, I saw all of your sweet comments about Reese. You are courageous. I'm not saying I'm not courageous. I'm just very different. I do very different content. I respect the shit out of Nora. I like how tough, how she just comes out guns blazing. I appreciate that about really any woman. I was saying that the other day. There's some saying like something women, quiet women, whatever it was, rarely make history. Like I like women who stand up for whatever they believe in, whether we agree with them or not. Right? Like I just like women who get loud and passionate about what they believe in.
I like the quiet mousy type.
Yeah, you do.
I was going to try to sell that with a straight face, but I couldn't even pull it off.
Okay, Pat Jonas, I will. Yeah, I would say I'm courageous about. I don't think he's colorblind, Bo. I would say that I'm courageous about my stories and like sharing them and things that happened, but I don't share my views and opinions on things like Nora does. And I have to say, I really admire that in any woman. I admire that. Oh, well-behaved women. Katie did it. That's it. Well-behaved women rarely make history.
That is, I have heard that quote. Yep, that is the quote.
No, Bo Beats said not being an ass, by the way. No, I didn't think you were being an ass, Bo Beats.
Yeah, you didn't hurt my feelings. I can't believe I was that off, but I guess I was.
I've never heard of the term heather. I've only heard it for like clothing, like heather gray, heather blue, all of that. And Wendy, that's okay. You know, I have seen Nora say in her streams lately, she'll say something about me and go, love Reese or hate Reese.
Why won't that show up? Do you see that? Well, on my phone, it is actually the color, but I pulled up, it's a muted, soft, grayish tone, but in purple, blue, or gray. So to me, that kind of looked, maybe I am colorblind. That, you know what?
Do you know
to some extent.
like it's a huge percentage of them are colorblind?
Yeah, I had a friend that was he comes on the channel still from time to time who is colorblind.
Yeah,
like he can't. You know, some people can't distinguish between this or that. This dude basically sees in black and white. And it was funny because I picked him up when he was leaving prison. He'd been there a very long time. And by the way, he got out. He's done excellent. He's been removed from probation by the governor and pardoned. He did great. But I showed up with this like really colorful polo shirt. It was striped. I had this whole outfit for him. I was like, check this out. And he goes, yeah. So it's the same color as everything else you've ever showed me.
Bo Beats is like, maybe I'm colorblind. Hey, Anita Carr. Yeah. I was just gonna say though, because I saw Wendy's comment, no comment on Nora. I respect that, and here's why. Nora has talked about me a little bit this week. People have told me to go over and catch it, and I saw in her comments like a bunch of people were like, "I fucking hate Reese, like I can't stand that bitch." And I saw somebody leave a comment after on one of her shows, and it was so outlandish. Like what people I was talking about this, just people who insert their opinions into things that don't matter, like it doesn't affect your life. This woman wrote this thesis to Nora and said, I love you, Nora, but Reese is a boundary for me. And she was like, I draw the line on Reese. And she wrote this whole thing and she was like, you should never trust her or be her friend. And here's why. And I don't think that anybody should be a friend to Reese. And I was just like, this is the internet. This is a great example of like, I don't insert my opinions onto Huxley most of the time.
Mary Barron's Oni, good to see you. I'm sorry. Here's the thing, like I've said before.
Mary Barron's, that's sad. I don't want you to feel that way.
This is another phenomenon that we haven't been around long enough to study. So when I grew up, we watched, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and if you didn't think Shirley was attractive, you didn't have an opportunity at the end of the show to go, Laverne's hot, you're ugly, right? Now we live in a world where people don't watch television, and this is their entertainment, and they have the ability behind a name, Thumpin' 36, to go, yeah, Tommy's a sex offender, Reese is a con woman, have a nice day. And it is part of the entertainment for them. Watching the video isn't enough. That's part of the entertainment. Having the ability to go over and trash the person if you don't like them is a reality. And it's why when I go like this and I step out of here, I'm out of here. Like I don't, I do research using this platform when it's necessary, but I don't watch the platform anymore. I don't. And if there's something that someone says, hey, you really got to see this, and it's a creator that I know, I go over, I click on it, and I read the transcript because I can read it a hell of a lot faster than they're going to talk. And I don't have to watch the chat, insert my name, or do anything else. I can look at what's being said. It's just, stop reading the damn comments. There's something to be said for that.
Oh, I agree. You can also spin it to the positive, though. Like for me, I pissed off 4,000 people unsubscribe from me. And here's the other thing. It's kind of, in a weird way, I get kind of turned on by it. Not sexually. I just mean I get turned on. Like, I feel like I've won and accomplished a lot. Like, I've reached a new high level of a goal. If someone makes a sentence, Reese, being friends with Reese is a boundary for me. Like, that's kind of amazing. I think it's like my friend behind the scenes says, at least no one is saying who's Reese. Everybody loves to hate me. And that's not the worst thing. It isn't. I'm not making this about me, but like spin it to the positive because all these hateful comments and all of those things, well, hey, chase the heat.
Told you, always lurking. Always
I think it's a little bit kind of neat that people are that opinionated about me. It's not bad to have bad publicity.
You're an anchovy.
It's free marketing.
You're like anchovies, right? There's nobody out there that goes,
thank you, Abby.
I kind of like anchovies. Like, I take them or leave them. You want to throw them on the pizza? You can throw them on there. People go, ew, or they go, hell yes, put some anchovies on there. In fact, double it up. Right. My dad used to say all the time about my brother and I, he's like, you guys are like anchovies. The people that love you, love you. The people that don't.
I love that the Moose said that. And Wendy, you're an adult. That's why this is mature. This is how people used to be. I just don't comment on people I dislike. What a concept. Like, it's become a thing now where people write a thesis about why they do or don't like something. They do it on restaurants. They insert every opinion they can to judge. Let's face it, it's judgment.
Well, it's part of the platform, and this was not an accident. This was built that way. They get a dopamine hit calling you a piece of shit. Nobody does anything again and again and again if it doesn't deliver something to them. So they're getting some kind of a vicarious buzz. Like, they're a content creator. They don't have to put their face in front of a camera. They don't have to do this, but they get to say, and the problem is, it's just like anything else. They're going to up it. And then the next person says this, well, they got to up that. And that's sort of the nature of the beast. It's honestly, it's easy if you just don't look, but that takes a very long time in a process. It's hard not to.
I want to say goodnight to Bo Beats real quick. Sorry to interrupt you. Bo Beats, Merry Christmas, babe. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Bo Beats. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you again.
What they don't realize, though, is like for me, I get the dopamine hit from it. They're getting a dopamine hit, leaving something going, Reese is a boundary. What does that even mean? I'm a noun. I am a noun. Isn't a noun a person, place, or thing?
It is.
But like, Reese is now a boundary? Like, that's amazing. I'm kind of proud of it. I got the same dopamine hit they did typing that.
See, I do not. I just, but.
Hey, Riley's woman.
I do need to say this because somebody said it earlier. No, I absolutely preferred Laverne to Shirley. And as a young boy, I always found her way more attractive as well.
This is true, too. I don't know which is which, but I do know who those women are. And I thought they were both super cute.
They were, but one was cuter.
Yeah, Wendy, so true. I think those women, were they of like the 70s and 80s, Laverne and Shirley?
Yeah, it would have been early 80s. I think it might have been late 70s. I don't know. I
I
did grow
thought
up
it
with them though.
was super cute. Isn't that who Rob Reiner was married to?
He was married to Laverne. Yep, Penny Marshall.
I think she's really cute.
I was a really really big fan of hers. That show used to. And as a little boy, there were like 3 or 4 episodes where she was just piping hot, and actually sort of made me feel some kind of way.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
How did she die?
I think she just got old. She lived a very very long life,
Oh. I thought
and
she was cute.
one of the 4 kids that you'll hear them talk about when they talk about Rob Reiner's kids was adopted by Rob Reiner. He was.
Did they share the child though? Like, did they have the kid together?
They did not. He adopted her. Yeah, from
Okay.
from Laverne's or Laverne from her first marriage.
So is that Romy? Is that who found him?
No. Romy is by birth. So is Jake, and so is Nick, the kid that's in prison. I'm trying to remember the other one's name, but I need a cheat sheet. It's getting late.
Yeah. What a horrible story. I think all of those women are really cute. That's the thing though. It's not going anywhere and it's only going to get worse. So like brace yourselves, everybody. Anybody with an empty ass name behind an empty ass keyboard can say whatever they want. There's no accountability. But the beautiful thing about that is people really do critically think now, I feel. And no one just blindly, that's cult like behavior to just, I said this, so follow me. Like no one buys that shit. And to be honest, the channel that left all those hateful comments, I guess there was like a bunch of them. I haven't gone and looked. I haven't gone over there. I've seen it once, twice, but I haven't other people have reported to me about it, right? They oversold the hell out of it. If there's as many as they're saying, they oversold it. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like
100%. It's like Kill Bill. It's like the difference between actually looking at violence and seeing Kill Bill 2. Where it's so over the top that you can look at the violence and go, you know what I mean? Like blood squirting everywhere, and it's just not real. If you actually saw somebody get hit with a sword, it would be a very different thing. Methinks thou doth protest too much. When that much hate comes in, it starts looking freaking cartoonish.
Yeah, it looks like Osa, but also like if they would have just mildly sprinkled it, to me that would have been a little bit believable.
It would have.
But apparently there's so much of it that it's like, okay, it's pretty obvious this is an op. Hey, Rue, she's back in Mexico from Chicago. I missed while visiting my mom. I'm glad that you're back, and I hope that you're in warmer temps there, babe.
Rue, are you happy to be home?
Thank you for your super chat. Oh, shit. I didn't know this. She died from complications of diabetes.
She was not a young woman when it happened. Can somebody put her age up there?
That sucks. That's how I'm going to go. You know that.
It did start as a Happy Days spinoff. So did when Joni met Chachi, as well as Mork and Mindy. There were a lot of spinoffs that came from the original Happy Days.
Hey, Debbie, Love and Life. You know, a fun fact, I didn't watch Mork and Mindy. I don't know anything about it, but my only aunt on my dad's side, she was 75. My Aunt Linda, my dad's sister, she's passed away from lung cancer the year Huxley was born. She lived in LA. She was like a makeup artist for all the stars. She dated Robin Williams while he was doing Mork and Mindy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. When I lived in Boulder, Colorado, I used to walk by the house that they filmed in, and there's a little plaque out in front that said, "This is the house where Mork from Ork and Mindy McConnell lived." And the gentleman who played her father got in a fist fight with my dad when they were in high school.
Wow.
Yep. Every time it would come on, my dad would go, "I still want to hit him." It's one of those memories from when I was a kid. My dad would look at him and go, "Yeah, I still kind of want to smack him."
Oh, she was a lifelong smoker, possibly.
Yeah, that's probably not helping at all.
No. Diabetes and smoking, not a good combo.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not well, sucking burning hot, things into your lungs is probably not a great idea. The house is in Boulder? You didn't know that? Yes, the house is in Boulder. I want to say it's off of, I'll think about it and remember it. I will absolutely remember that.
I don't feel like we're living up to our title.
What are you kidding me?
I feel like we've been downers tonight.
Debbie Zito, you can't see me in Boulder. You want to hear an interesting fact? So Pearl Street, is it Pearl Street? Yeah, Pearl Street in Boulder and Church Street in Burlington, Vermont are identical. They were designed by the same person. They were laid out. It's an architectural thing. They're identical. So the first time I had spent a lot of time in Burlington, Vermont. So when I got to Boulder, Colorado, it's like I would walk down the street and look at stores and be like, that's supposed to be Orange Julius. Like that should be a bank, but they're identical. I loved Boulder, Colorado. Loved it. I lived on the hill in Boulder, Colorado, right across from a fraternity house.
I've always wanted to see Boulder.
Boulder's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thanks, Yadira. Yeah, it's just not, we shouldn't have titled it what we did.
Nonsense. There's been a few laughs.
Been a couple. I loved that movie, Puka Vista, A League of Their Own. That was such a good movie. Such a good movie.
You know what? Penny Marshall's daughter was and Rob Reiner's daughter, the one that he adopted, was in that film.
Really? She was an actress?
She definitely was an actress.
Well, what else was she in?
Apollo 13.
Oh, Tracy Reiner. That's who it is.
Tracy Reiner. Thank you.
Betty Spaghetti in A League of Their Own. Who was Betty Spaghetti in that?
What a kind thing to say, Debbie.
That's interesting. I didn't
Do
know
me a
that.
favor when this is over, because I've walked down to our friend's office on the Malecone trying to get his business card, because I'm trying to send it to Debbie. And the 3 times I've gone down, he's never there. I don't know where Josh is these days, but if you could send me a picture of his card so that I can get her that information.
I don't have his card anymore. I put his information in my WhatsApp.
Well, you could send it to me on WhatsApp. That would be just as good. Then I could,
Okay, I'll send. Well, you have his WhatsApp too. You talk to him on WhatsApp.
You know what? I can't figure out. Here's the problem. I don't put people's names in. So
Oh,
the code for this country is 593, and I've got probably 9 593 codes in. And
I'll send it to you.
and
Debbie,
you know what I said? I'll be there at such and such. Like there was no long conversations betwixt us.
Okay, I'll send it over. Debbie Love and Life. That is a really nice thing to say. Thank you for that. And thank you for the super chat. It was really nice. Ghost Rider, I did not know this, but I'm going to have to get them if they're not super expensive. Jennifer Grace has a pair of fingerless gloves with a beautiful fox on them. Yes, that's a yes from me. Anything with a fox, you know I love a fox. If Nick is schizophrenic, can you be in U.S. prison or is it mental hospital?
Oh, no, he absolutely can be in a U.S. prison. There are a ton of guys in prison that are schizophrenic. It's they definitely won't keep you out of prison for that. But my gut says that a lot of what's going on, the best attorney in America has taken on this case. And I think that what they're going to hope for isn't that he's going to be found not guilty, but it's going to be that maybe they can get him into a psychiatric hospital instead of prison. That would be my gut on this, but we're going to have to see how it goes.
I have a question about this actually. If he stays in prison, will he have I was gonna say a partner? Will he have a cellmate?
Eventually he will. They're not going to give him a single cell forever. Nobody gets a single cell forever.
Yeah, I thought BTK did.
So there are serial killer units. He's not a serial killer. What he's done, and this may sound crazy to the rest of the world, but what he has done is not necessarily considered a dishonorable crime. He didn't hurt a child. He didn't rape somebody. So murder, as bad as this is not considered a dishonorable crime in prison. And the reason is most people will go like this. There are people that'll go, yeah, I've been pissed off enough to kill somebody. But no one will go, oh yeah, no, I've thought of banging a 6-year-old, right? That's the kind of the mindset. So murderers walk around prison pretty much. The problem with BTK is BTK tied up women, right? Raped them and killed them. That's a very different situation than what, someone that snaps and kills his mother and father isn't going to be treated.
Violent hate crime though? Like, wouldn't this be worse than murder?
Not in the eyes of, and I'm not justifying this. I'm just telling you how it is in prison.
That's not the kind of. Danny Masterson?
No, Danny Masterson is not in a single cell.
Is this a crime of passion?
We're going to find out. They're probably going to try to sell it that way. There's going to be some problems to that as a theory.
Hi,
Sorry,
I said bye to Katie.
Rue, John Hinckley Jr. was sent to a mental institution. He was not in a prison. And he was sent in a mental institution until they deemed him no longer mentally ill. I mean, may not be right as rain, but with medication. So he is out right now. And amazingly, he has a Secret Service detail that never leaves his sight, basically. They watch him wherever he goes because his attempt was on a president. So he'll be watched forever. We're paying for it.
And that's a great question, Debbie. Do they force people to take their meds in prison?
So here's the deal on that. Technically, they can't. They can't force you. So if you say, that's it, I'm not taking my meds anymore, they're going to know you said that. And usually what they'll do is get you out of general population to some place where you're not going to be a danger to yourself or somebody else. And the places that they send you are usually unpleasant. And I'm not being funny when I tell you this. If you were in the federal system and you say, I'm not taking any of my medication, they have a Velcro suit they can put people in and stick you to a wall. I'm not kidding you. They'll dope you up and stick you to a wall with a diaper on. Doesn't take too much of that for someone to go, hey, I think I'll take my meds. So they have ways as a heart attack. Swear to you. They'll stick a diaper on you and Velcro you to a wall.
That's insane. I don't think it matters if you're a celebrity who.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Nope. I saw celebrities that had cellmates. Here's the thing. They don't cater to anybody. They don't cater to anybody. If you're going to be in danger, right? If you're the guy that messed with Elizabeth Smart, right? They're going to find somebody they can put in a cell with you who's as big a weirdo as you are. So you're liable not to kill each other. Your cellmate will be a freak, but they're not going to put you in there with a stone cold killing gang member because the guy will kill him in 10 minutes. Larry Nassar has a cellmate. It's not a person you'd ever want to have a conversation with. But if you get somebody just as creepy as Larry Nassar and you stick the two of them in the same cell, they kind of figure you're at least not going to attack each other because of your weird crimes.
Does the guy that I had a crush on have a cellmate? Ed Kemper?
I don't believe Ed Kemper does.
So he's just by himself?
There are a lot of serial killers, especially in state joints, where depending on exactly how the crimes look, like if you victimized a woman, right? If you cut the head off of your mother and maybe you had intercourse with her, they're going to kill you for that. So people like Ed Kemper or people like Ted Bundy aren't going to get a cellmate because the cellmate, and this is going to sound nuts, right? So I go to prison, I'm a bank robber, right? And I go to the special management unit, which is a 23-1. Means you're locked down 23 hours a day. You get into your cell. If you find out that the guy you're living with, right, touched kids, you have to try to take that guy out. If you don't, the fellas are going to try to kill you. So you could get in there with 6 months left on your sentence and they can put you in there with somebody that's a piece of crap. And your option is I attack this dude or I let the entire prison attack me the first chance they get. It's a terrible system. It is absolutely barbaric. And the crazy thing is that after about 5 or 6 years, you just sort of accept it. Like you get in there and go, all right, shoot me a line and let me know if the guy I'm living with is a freak and I need to kill him. And it's a twisted, disgusting world, right? And if you don't like it, don't commit crimes. What's that?
I have a question. Is that the same in a women's prison? Is it the same?
I can't speak to that. I don't know the answer to that. So I know that crimes against like infanticide inside a woman's prison, I know for a fact because I've heard other people discuss this. Like the women don't put up with that. If you're in there for killing your baby, they're going to have to protect you because those women are going to attack you. Most of them have a kid on the street and they're going to go, yeah, I never thought of doing that. Again, if you can say to yourself, I can see that. Like a guy that comes home and finds his wife with another man in bed and kills both of them. Every guy in prison goes, nah, I can see that. Or they say, yeah, I shot the guy because he had, 14 pounds of cocaine and there were $300,000 on the desk. So I shot him and took off with all of it. They're going to go, nah, I can see that. Right? Because greed and all of these emotions make sense. If they go, yeah, I saw a girl walking home from elementary school and decided to snatch her, no one is going to go, okay, I can see that. Right? If you can say, I guess I can see that, then chances are you're safe. That's usually the way it works. If everyone is going to go, no matter how much I wrap my brain around it, grabbing a girl on her way to the prom and then tying her up and using her for 4 days before you kill her, there's nobody in prison that goes, I can see that. And keep in mind that a large percentage of guys in prison and women in prison were molested as kids. So now they're in a place where there's nobody that's going to stop them from doing things to these people who did that to a kid on the street. So they look at him and go, here's my shot at getting back at the guy that did it to me. right? And that's kind of a reality, man.
Mimi is a retired corrections officer. Mimi, I don't know if you know, Tommy was in prison, federal prison for 13 years. Hi, Ms. Weedy Poo. My question, since Nick Reiner killed his own parents, the other prisoners still think this wasn't a dishonorable crime?
Again, so there are things that they're not going to ask you. So if you're in there for killing your parents, there are guys who are going to go, we don't know what their parents did to them. And they're not going to walk up and go, did your dad molest you? That's not a conversation they're going to have. But most of the guys are going to assume that his parents did something foul as hell, and that's why they got killed, right? That kind of benefit of the doubt exists in the prisons that I did time in. In the Fed prisons, no one is coming up and going, hey, why did you do what you did? Now, granted, I was in for bank robbery, right? So most people can go, yeah, I'd kind of like to rob a bank. In fact, people joke about the fact that that's a really easy, that's an easy jacket to go into prison with, because even the guards have thought about robbing banks, right? So nobody really craps on you for that. But it can get really weird if the crimes that you're in there for are ugly. The guys are they're not particularly forgiving, right?
Interesting. And Rue says, how easy is it to get the religious volunteers to come chat with you if you are lonely, even if you're not religious?
So in the federal system, the volunteers that come in only get access to the inmates on Sunday, and usually only for about an hour a day. Now, there are a ton. So there's, there are gangs in prison. There's a group on every yard that call themselves Christian Brothers. There's a group on every yard that calls themselves Muslim Brothers, right? And those people are absolutely ready to go talk to anybody that wants to talk to them, because they're trying to convince people to join a particular religion.
Yeah, Mimi, thank you for doing that. I can only imagine it's got to be a hard job. Although I kind of think I would like it.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I think I would enjoy it. I like helping people. I like helping people.
Yeah, but you know what? You think about it. You can ask Mimi, but you think about it in terms of, well, I would love to help people. There are animals in there that aren't, I say this all the time. Inside prison, there are people that were in there because of drugs. They were in there because of greed and money, or they got really bad wiring. And like Drew Peterson. And the ones with really bad wiring, those aren't people you want to be around. You know what I mean? They're a frightening group of people. Now, that's not the vast majority of them. It's a really small percentage. But there are guys in there that are so friggin' violent that everything, the answer to literally everything is violence. I've seen guys get stabbed over 50 cents, right? If somebody borrows one stamp to go get a shot of coffee, and they say, I'm going to pay you on Tuesday. If they don't pay you on Tuesday, they'll stab you for that, because your word inside there isn't like saying to somebody on the street, I'll call you on Tuesday. You don't do what you say you're going to do, and people get really salty about it.
And they get hurt, the correction officers?
Yeah, there are correction officers that get killed. It happens, on a yearly basis, we lose corrections officers to psychos. Absolutely.
They kill correction officers in there? Maybe I wouldn't want to.
There's a horrific story of a guy that had a garbage pail full of water dropped on him from a 6th floor tier. There was a pretty famous case in the federal system where, by all accounts, one of the coolest cops that ever worked got stabbed, and they, destroyed the place over it. The lockdown lasted almost a year. Cops get attacked all the time. So
it's a dangerous job.
It is a dangerous job. Now, I don't know, Mimi, if they called it the deuces where you were, but they've got a button on their radio, and in the prisons I've been at, they refer to it as the deuces. And when you hit that button, cops come from everywhere. And they come from everywhere. Secretaries, every single person in the prison will run to wherever that body alarm is going off. They back each other in a way that's, I don't know, it's almost beautiful, to be honest with you. Like, they come in 150 deep. The fight will be over for 2 minutes, and there's still people running through the door to make sure that nothing happens to their.
Well, they do that on the street too. I was friends with cops on the street, and they have a button that they can push where everybody gets dispatched to show up.
But they got to drive from long distances away, right? So in here, you really notice it, because doors, four doors open to the unit. And I'm not joking you when I tell you that the doctor, the nurses, the secretaries, like anybody that works in there comes running.
Well, I have a question. If they get killed, I didn't know this. It's a man down button. She says, if they get killed, don't they work all the time in pairs? Like, don't they always have someone with them, or are they just?
No, No, they're not. They're not always working in pairs. In fact, I mean, there are units where it's that way. Like at the special management unit, if I left my cell, and I was always handcuffed, you couldn't leave your cell if you weren't handcuffed. You're locked down all the time. But there had to be 3 cops with me anytime I left the cell, because they consider the people at the special management unit to be just a little bit more reprehensible than the rest of them, which isn't always necessarily the truth, but you're considered kind of the worst of the worst. So at places like that, yeah, they really try to have a real show of force, but that's not everywhere, right? There are, I've definitely been in units. I worked at a place, and we had, there was one cop on staff for it was in a law library, very big law library, and one woman. And I used to think all the time, and she was a lovely, lovely woman. She was kind to everybody. And I thought to myself, it's got to be a really, really tough gig to be in there with 100 dudes, right, at any given time, or 80 dudes. And there's one cop, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but the cop that used to work there was probably in his 60s, and he was at least 50 pounds overweight. If somebody grabbed this woman, it would have taken that guy, 2 minutes to run to wherever she was at. Now, she'd have hit the man down button. She'd have hit the deuces, and they would have come in, and they come in angry, right? They come in with pepper spray and nightsticks, and a couple of them will have tasers, and they look. I punched a cop, right? That's what I went to the special management unit for. So this guy had it coming. If I told you the whole story, like, this dude pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. I actually went through the channels and tried to complain, and the warden was like, eh. In fact, he said to me, please withdraw your complaint. This is going to go in his permanent file. And I'm like, put him back in that unit. I'm going to hit him. And they did. They put him back in there, and he said foul stuff about my wife for the umpteenth time, and I hit him. But wouldn't do it again. Right? It was it started a shit show that lasted 36 months of abuse. Like, I got beat pretty badly for what I did, and it took 36 months for it to be over. In fact, the only reason it was over is because they let me out. I never got off of that 23-1 lockdown until I left the prison. I was on lockdown for the rest of my sentence.
It's hard to.
And they caught that guy bringing drugs in.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine you there. Good night, Renee B. Love you, babe. Good night. If Iwa, I don't know if you're leaving or saying good night to Renee B.
David, thank you for your service. Volunteer firefighter for 13 years. I love firefighters.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for your service, David. That's amazing. Mimi says, I absolutely love being a corrections officer. I was fair and consistent and respected. That is what makes a difference, and not messed with. And if it wasn't pretty, so it didn't happen much. Yeah. I would like to do that. Honestly, I would like to do that, but maybe it's not safe.
Well, here's the thing too. And she makes a really great point. She says, I was fair and consistent.
I was not a badge heavy officer, she said.
Yeah. See, those two things combined, if somebody goes after a female or male, if somebody goes after a corrections officer who's never done anybody in the unit dirty, they're probably going to get a lot of inmates that are willing to help. But there are cops that really get their rocks off to just being dicks. They come in and toss your cell and throw pictures of your family on the floor and just do stuff that's sort of out of line. But the ones that, and here's something that people always freak out every time I tell them, but I have prison tattoos. I got these done inside. And I would say to the cops when they came on, I'd go, we're going to be tattooing in cell 112. And I'm going to make sure that you don't get caught and I don't get caught. I'm going to have a lookout out there. If you're cool with that, then we'll do it. And some cops would go, I'm not cool with that. But they were cool enough to then not go looking for the tattoo gun and the tattoo motor. Hey, Moose! Moose, how you been?
This is Tommy's son. He's not a retired criminal like Tommy. He's an active criminal. But he also has a yoga body.
He is a handsome gent. Look at him.
The same yoga body. Ha ha ha, babe. Look at the eyes. Look, they have the same eyeballs.
We do have similar peepers.
They have the same muscly yoga bodies, but Moose also murders things. He's an active criminal. His father is retired. Why can't you be more like your dad?
Here's another thing too, though. The guards don't like inmates. They tend to like convicts. And I know that sounds really bad, but the difference between an inmate and a convict, just one example, is an inmate will go hide a tattoo needle in their cell, right? Not tell anyone where it is. And when they go in and search for it, they might get stuck with a needle that went into somebody's body, right? That's not cool. A convict will tape it to the wall in an envelope that says tattoo needles on the side of it, right? Watch out, boss. Don't get stuck. Knowing full well you might get written up for that, but you'd rather get written up for that than have the cop get stuck. And that creates a level of respect back and forth between the inmate and the officer. And if you're cool to corrections officers, I had 2 or 3 of them that I have such a level of respect for, I can't possibly explain. I say this every time I bring this up. Stacey, if you're watching, this was a really good dude. And he went he went the extra mile. I got put into a cage with a guy that I shouldn't have gone in with. He wasn't in my race, and it was going to mean an instant fist fight when I go in there. But they put you on blast. Everyone's looking. So they go, you cool going in the cage with him? If I say no, I'm now deemed a punk. These guys are going to go after me. So I said, sure. As soon as everybody disappeared, the guy attacked me. And I ran around in circles, looking very much like a wimp, trying not to get hit by this guy because I didn't want to have to spend 18 more months in this lockdown unit. I was 2 months away from the second phase. So I was running in circles, and then he finally got me. So I turned around and punched him as hard as I could a few times. When they came out, I got pepperballed, I got sprayed, the whole works. And Stacey came up to me and said, I want to be your rep. And the rep is just, they don't do anything for you. It's more of just like, anyway, I went in front of the disciplinary hearing officer, and the guy said, all right, day 1, phase 1, you're starting all over again. And Stacey goes, man, watch that tape again. He's like, I'm not being disrespectful, but watch that tape again. Because they knew what they were doing. They put him in with the wrong race. He couldn't have said no. Just watch the tape again. And the guy came back, and he was not happy. The disciplinary hearing officer came back and went, I'm not going to restart him, but I'm taking away his phone for a year. He can't go to store for a year. Like, they gave me a crap load of penalties, but they didn't restart the program. And without him, I would have been day 1. I would have spent 16 months in that hellhole that had no air conditioning, no heat. And I would have had to have been back there for at least another 16 to 18 months before I could have got shipped, not even to a regular yard, but to the next phase. So there are cops out there that really give a crap. And when they do, man, I would have swung for that guy. If somebody attacked him, I would have done something. There are those cops that understand how to work the game. They want to go home at the end of the day, right? And they want to make sure they do a good job and protect people, but they want to go home at the end of the day.
Can anybody get that job? Like, could I go apply for that job?
You could. Not anybody, but you could, right? In most of these facilities, you can have a criminal record, right? That's like
you have to have like a college degree.
It depends on the state, right? Now, I'll tell you this: in the feds, almost all of them are returning soldiers, right? If you come back from overseas and you have been serving in Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever, they will hire you like that instantly.
Wow, that's
You've already shown them. So most of them, and you know what? It takes this much effort, right? Usually when that guy shows up, it's going to say something on his hat, right? They can wear a different lid. The rest of the uniform is the uniform, but they'll wear something that says Marines or whatever. And when you go up, the first thing hey, I'm new to the unit. You go, hey, thanks for your service. It takes that much effort, right? If you respect them, they respect you. If you don't, they're going to F your world up. Unfortunately, there are guys you go up and try to respect, and they still want to F your world up. And that's when it just kind of gets ugly.
Power hungry. Sorry, Rain. I haven't had him answer this yet. I'm interested in that though. Her question.
So yes and no. Here's the thing. He's a very beloved figure. But if you're looking at all of the hate that's coming down the aisle, there's a lot of assholes on planet Earth that have divided this way. And they're like, yeah, his movies were great, but he didn't vote for who I voted for, so I hate him. Right? So there are going to be people in there ideologically. Prisoners all day long, all they can do is listen to talk radio and watch news. And a lot of them don't care. They're watching sports channels. But the guys that are into politics, all they do is sit around all day and talk about politics. So honestly, he's not famous. After the first 7 years of him being locked up, people are going to go, Rob who? I mean, I hate to be that dude, but it's usually a pretty young population. There'll be older guys in there that go, you don't know who that is? Right? Are you kidding me, man? Like he was in All in the Family, and these guys in their 20s are going to go, what the hell is that? Right? These are, you don't run into a group of guys. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. They may have seen the movies, but if you said to the average convict, who directed A Few Good Men, they're going to go, who gives a shit? It's not going to be it's a Rob Reiner film. There are guys in there that love cinematography, but it's going to be a small group. So it's not like he's Danny Masterson, right? But even now, If you're just coming into the prison system and you're 19, you probably didn't watch that 70s show. You probably have no idea who Danny Masterson is. We get trapped out here in the real world where everybody talks about stuff and you can Google anything. But inside, right, if it didn't happen in the last month, it probably isn't that big a deal.
Look at how big Bo's head is next to her body.
Yeah, Bo's a beast. Careful, she'll bite him. You know the rules.
She's not
Protect
chewing.
Bobo.
Oh, watch her lips. Look at her lips.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Of the two of them, Bo is the sweetest animal in the entire world.
He is, but I don't want him to feel left out. But his
Gertie,
head,
not so much.
his head is the size of her body.
Why did I have to go in the cage with this guy, David? So where I was,
Be
the
nice.
white guys had to go to every rec. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if it's raining. It was a rule. It was a rule made by the inmates, but you had to go to rec. So they put 6 people to a cage. If you're the last guys coming out, and I was on the 2nd floor, they did 1st and 3rd floor. They rotated, so you're not always going out at the same time. And I was going into the last cages, and there was one guy in the cage. They could have put me in the cage before that, but if I say I don't want to go in that cage because that guy's not my race, the white guys call you a punk. Right?
Little.
If they're dumb enough to put you in a cage with a race that's not yours, you're expected to go in there and either fight the guy if he comes at you, or the two of you can just coexist. But I got in there and the guy goes, take off that wedding ring and give it to me and we'll just call this even. And first of all, I mean, I was way bigger than him. I just went, I'm going to give you my wedding ring? That's probably not going to happen. And
Look at her hair.
something about Mary.
She's a unicorn.
Is that hair gel?
She's a unicorn, honey.
I only know one unicorn, and it's not Senorita Foul Breath. I'm sorry, that wasn't nice. That
Hey.
wasn't.
Old people get bad breath.
Princess halitosis. I'm an old person. You wouldn't put up with bad breath.
You're
Don't
not
give
an
me
old-
that.
Well, again, I think we kept it a little darker tonight. I think this was the wrong title for this.
Never stopped us before.
I feel kind of bad about it.
You know what? We're nothing if not entertaining.
I have a question while you guys are in here, though. When I go to Ecuador, I'm not telling you when I'm going, but it will be.
Coming to Ecuador? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! About time. Starting to feel a little anxious. I mean, where's the average everyday guy like myself? Sorry.
That was Beetlejuice, for those of you that don't know. I will be going to Ecuador in the next couple of weeks,
Woo-hoo!
sometime after Christmas, and
Over a little action.
and what would you guys like to know or see in Ecuador? What do you want? What kind of content do you want?
Well, number one, let's eliminate the obvious. They want to see Luigi cook and sing. We got that nailed. Luigi's going to do that for us. So. The funny thing about that is you don't even have to tell him that you're filming. You could just set up the camera on a small tripod and let it roll because he is the exact same person every single time.
Here's the only issue, though, is he plays music. We'll have to be careful with that.
No, we won't.
Why?
Because there is one channel that he plays, and I've already tested this. There is one channel that he plays that does American music, but the people that sing it aren't the original artists, right? And the algorithm doesn't pick it up. You can play the entire song. The algorithm will not find it because it's checking against the Beatles, right? They're not checking against some South American artist who is singing "Let It Be." I promise you, I have tested this now at length and did not get any problem with the amount of, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Wendy, it's important to go after the period.
We will be again. We're going to the beaches to be sure.
Houses you like, the beach, the ocean, Mona's stuff. Yes. I want to see the piss patch.
Oh yeah, I will recreate that for you. How's that?
That's okay. Definitely the piss. Aw, you will?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to take you to see Mona's things for sure. Grocery
And the
store.
mall in general. That mall is awesome.
Tommy cooking.
There you go.
That's a
I have
great idea.
I have no problem with that.
Tommy might have a new apron with his name on it coming.
Giggity. You know what's funny? Do you remember the last 7 times you were here and you were in the that little mall with me? And I said, you know what? Tell me this wouldn't be perfect. Watching Reese walk around and talk to everybody, usually with her hands, is really something to watch.
Why?
Oh, babe, you're so entertaining in there. I said it every time we were in there. I was like, man, this would make such a good video. Unfortunately, we're lying about where we are. So, um, you know.
Pat Jonas, he is not going this trip. However, he is taking a trip, though, while I will be gone. Huxley's going to be taking a trip at the same time. So that's kind of exciting. Will there be anything under the apron? As long as YouTube doesn't demonetize it, just a swinging peen, girl.
That's it. Nothing but peripheral.
Nothing but peripheral little baby elephant swinging.
By the way, that's funny as hell.
Not the houses you like. Food.
Food's good.
That too, Heather.
Member molding. Yeah, no, that's going to be on our other channel, but we're doing that one as well. And you see Barbara Waite says, I love Michael Keaton so much. If my husband could do that voice, he'd be getting a lot more attention. You know what? I've used that voice while watching a movie with Reese. It's been done. Yeah. Also on my list of things.
Rue, I couldn't get paid to do that. That's hilarious.
Look at Mary Baronzoni. You'll see plenty of that.
I love Mary Behrens. Thank you,
How
Mary.
many times last time? Honestly, it's frustrating when she's here and no one knows, and I'd be like, "Oh man, would it be cool to film right here?" Like we said that all the time. When I was at Luigi's, I literally leaned over and said, "I've never been this happy. This would be great if this was on film, wouldn't it?"
You did.
He's a pisser.
I love Luigi so much. I cannot wait to.
I'm going to see him tomorrow.
Well, lucky you.
That's right. It's Friday night.
Um.
Feed that guy, FTG. It's Feed That Guy Friday. I like to go down and get the Italian.
FTG, everybody. Feed that guy. I love collecting seashells there. So what I'll do is Debbie Zito. That was good. FTG, everybody.
Feed That Guy Friday.
FTG. Wow.
She has a party hat on.
I know.
You should get one of those little things that go stick it in her nose.
It looks like her own party hat.
Yeah. You know why this wasn't funny tonight, don't you?
What?
I said the reason we weren't funny tonight is because you spent about the first 15 minutes gaggling down that breath sitting next to you. Kind of takes the starch out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, settle down.
Say it one more time. See what happens. Babe.
Oh, you will see both, Rue.
I was thinking I would like to film my favorite places to eat. Lots of food because that's what I like. And then shopping at the market. I wasn't planning to go to the mall. Did you want to go to the mall?
What's that? Yeah, we can go to the mall. We can show them how I do the ATM. It's nothing funnier.
I don't care about the mall.
Oh, the mall's fun though, because here's the thing: people think Ecuador, and they feel like we're living in some tent in the middle of nowhere.
But
like the mall looks like every other mall in the United States, except for the fact that all of the guys are oogling my girl, and that I can't figure out the ATM. So I actually went and just walked right up to it and used the machine when there was a line of 75 people waiting for that machine.
Oh, please.
It was a little embarrassing.
I didn't like that mall, but you said there was another mall. Can we go to the other mall then?
It's a bit further of a drive, but yeah, we can.
I mean, that mall just kind of sucked. There was nothing there. I mean, that's not true. We got our Snoopy shirts. We could go back to that mall.
They have an Apple store. They have a pet store.
They don't have an Apple store at that mall.
Bet me. Now, by way of full disclosure, it wasn't here when you were.
Okay.
You bet. You bet. That's all that matters. It's new.
That's ridiculous.
They need to see the hardware / grocery / living room / everything you could ever want. It's like a Home Depot. It's every single store in one place. It's bizarre.
Oh my God, Barbara Waite. That is hilarious. Babe, you know what I'm excited about too? I just remembered.
Oh,
I'm
know
excited
what
to get some quiche.
Just what I was thinking.
I want to get some quiche at Sweet and Coffee.
Sweet, yeah, coffee and sweets.
They make some good ass quiche. And I know how to say it in Spanish, espinaca. Like you can't even tell that I'm non-Ecuadorian.
No, you just want to see the guy that does the parking of the cars because he's got the hots for you.
Every time I go in there and people look at me, I just say, no habla inglés, espinaca.
Rue wants to see Johnny doing yoga. We can make that happen too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some yoga.
Absolutely.
Really?
And I think the beach is probably a decent idea. So that, because I talk all the time about how there are no body issues whatsoever here, and there simply aren't. You were on the TAC team?
Speaking of body issues.
You know what? Mimi wasn't just working. Kid!
Kid.
I like her even though she's svelte.
She is svelte.
She's lost a ton of weight.
I love quiche.
That's she was on what we used to call the dirt team, but those are the people that go in and do extractions from their cells. That's the badasses. Those are the people in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle suits.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Sad to say, I've met a few of those too. But see, we were forced to do that crap. I never wanted to do any of that, but there are rules that we had to put up with, and one of them was like you had to do one cell extraction. Like within the first X number of days of you being there, you had to refuse to give your trays back and basically show that you could have them come in and beat the shit out of you. I'm not exactly sure how that benefits anyone. I think it's just entertainment for the fellas.
That's
but
terrible.
Yeah, it's that kind of place.
Pat Jonas, if I could take the boys, I would take them this trip. If I could take Seamus and Moose, I don't want to take one at a time because honestly, they truly are bonded. And because I don't go to Ecuador very often, I don't feel good about taking Moose and then like 6 months later taking Seamus. I'm not comfortable doing that. So I'll have to figure it out when I finally go. Kid wants to go to Ecuador.
No question. She loves me. Jamie Palmer, 100 yards from me right now. Well, it's a little late tonight, but 100 yards from me is a guy that every single morning sets up on a little cart on the corner who sells red velvet.
Awful. I hate every dessert.
Get off. I live with these people. I got a bunch of people that watch from Ecuador. Knock that off. His red velvet cake is great. His carrot cake, not so much. But his red velvet cake was good.
They're not watching on this channel, babe.
Wrong.
Right. They're not watching on this channel.
Wrong.
Palmer, don't do it.
Come here, squirrel nut zipper. Come here. Who's a good girl? Come here. You're not going to play? Get over here.
I know desserts. I've got every dessert on that cart. Oh, there's my little lady girl.
What are you doing?
Squirrel.
It really starts chewing on me.
Squirrel, I have 3 of these. You're not that important, girl.
She's a good kitty. She shredded my shirt last night. She knows she's in the doghouse.
Squirrel thinks she's so important. Every time I pick her up, I tell her, I have 3 of these. You're not that cool.
She can hear you, you know.
Okay, so Wendy, what street food is popular? They actually told me never to get food on the street because that's when you can get sick.
So here's the deal on that. Like if they're walking around on the street, I would avoid that too. I really would. But Boyo is the big one that you see sold on the street all the time.
Yeah.
And Boyo is like a chicken and rice that's wrapped up in a leaf and it's kind of cooked in that leaf. Now, get Boyo inside. Like, would you stop with that?
Chicken and rice in a leaf?
Yeah, they cook it inside a leaf. You would love it. It's actually tasty as hell. You made the same face about the margarita. And now look at you. You're a raging alcoholic.
Now I'm a lush.
Right?
That reminds me, I got to get going. I have a meeting.
You didn't go to one earlier?
You know what I didn't try on the street last time that I really want to try this time? The coconut
leaf, like banana leaf.
That's weird. The coconut.
Oh yeah. You go down the street, they take a coconut, they take a machete, they whack the top of it off, they stick a straw through the membrane, and then you drink all the coconut water.
Easy. I want to try that. So guys, what we'll do is
see, Rue knows. It's actually a plantain, but same thing, right? But same tree.
Okay, hold on. Guys, we're going to do some yoga videos. We're going to do, go see Mona and the market, like all that cool stuff. That's my favorite place to hang out is they call it the Outdoor Mall. And it's where all the local makers come and just sell their stuff that they make. Hey, Montgomery Angel, these are good margaritas. And I don't drink. And I don't think there's alcohol in it because I felt no effects.
There's another thing I'll film. Reese's no effect walk home. Reese,
How dare you?
tell the truth.
My legs felt heavy. Big deal. It was uphill. It was a different hill we took home.
It was the same hill we walked up every day, but you went, wow, this hill seems a lot longer, steeper.
Oh, you make up all these stories.
All right, I'm filming it. You heard it here.
So we're going to do yoga. We're going to do margaritas. We're going to do sunsets for Debbie. We're going to do sunrises, but Tommy can do that. I won't be up.
And maybe the sea lions.
The sea lions. Hey, Sue Nelson. We could do the sea lions.
That's a really cool place. It's the very end of the peninsula where the water churns up and looks like it's chocolate milk.
You know what's weird about the sea lions is they just lay up there and it looks just like a jester party. It's weird.
See that? I didn't go there. You did.
They're naked in the sun, just laying there glistening, waiting on the ladies to arrive.
Don't forget the
piss batch.
The Portuguese rooster.
The Portuguese rooster. I almost forgot about Richard.
I think they may have eaten them. I haven't heard of it, probably.
Are you being serious?
I haven't heard of it in a couple of weeks.
They ate Richard?
Or maybe I just got really accustomed to Richard and I no longer even hear him when he screams in the middle of the night. That's a possibility.
He was beautiful. He had every color under the sun.
Yeah, no. He definitely was very attractive.
Okay, that's a fucking morbid ass story. Okay, hold on. So Richard, yoga, sunsets, risotto, Luigi, piss patch. Oh, he's so friendly. And he's a good person too. And he listens to me. And I tell him things. Happy Christmas. And
but I'm guessing that Rain Virus, that your roosters start making that noise when the sun comes up. See, Portuguese roosters, they just do it whenever the hell they want. So it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning and that thing will just start absolutely tearing up the night like, now's the time I'm going to start yelling.
I don't think people eat roosters. I don't think roosters are edible.
Isn't Foghorn Leghorn a rooster?
I don't think people eat boy roosters.
I don't know if you're correct.
I'm pretty right about this. I know animals.
Margie Barr's got the right idea.
Female cows. Did you know they don't eat those?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
So it sucks to be a male cow.
But it doesn't suck to be a male rooster.
They
Because
do it all day and night. I'm sorry to hear that, Rain Virus. It's enough to drive me crazy.
I would like to film some risotto.
Down at the cousin?
Yep. I'd like to film Chippepe Beach.
Absolutely a must.
I'm hoping I can film live on my phone because I'm supposed to have really good Wi-Fi there. I did the last time. Okay. I want to film Rupert.
Oh yeah, we got to find Rupert. He's around, but he's spending way more time on the other end of the down by Chippepe. I think he's found people to take care of him. Rupert is a pimp, but like I see him once every 2 or 3 weeks. Rupert isn't, or I used to see him every day on this side of the Malecone, but his traveling distance, that dog goes miles. But you know what's really funny? And you'll notice it now this time when you come back, because I didn't notice it in the beginning, but you're going to see like 5 or 6 dogs where you'll go, I'll bet you cash Rupert's that dog's dad. Like there are a lot of dogs that look like, I think Rupert's a bit of a player, which would make sense because he's got onions bigger than most bulls.
That makes me sad to hear because I want to see him. I was going to bring
You'll see him. We're going to go down and film on Chippepe, so we'll see him. We're just not going to see him much on this side. He's definitely spending more time down there. Rupert goes where they feed him. He's a plumpy little guy.
Oh, so friendly.
I keep a rooster named Elvis. 8 a.m. See, that's the what a rooster's supposed to do. I grew up thinking that when the sun came up, roosters started making that noise. Richard does it at 1 a.m. just for shits and giggles.
That's because Richard lives in Ecuador. They have it's a different circadian rhythm.
Well, it's because he's a Portuguese rooster. I had this explained to me by a local.
Okay. Well, they
But
don't
he's
eat
a handsome bastard. Say what you will. That is the best looking rooster on earth. And he
I
knows
don't care. He's gorgeous.
they don't even keep a fence around him. Gorgeous.
Yes. Where's Richie? Anybody seen Richie?
I knew that was coming. I swear to God, I knew that was coming.
But there ain't nobody upstairs. Anybody know who killed Richie? No, wait, Richie. Anybody know who did Bobby Lupo? Guys, I'm quoting Steven Seagal if you don't know.
Do-do-do.
Actually,
We're also going to do our guilty pleasure of watching. There's a YouTube channel that just talks about Steven Seagal movies. It is one of the most entertaining things in the world. He
hey,
tells
I
you
got
all the reasons the movie is stupid.
more important than the rooster. Yeah, can
Look
you
at
let her
that.
out?
I'm going to bed.
Love you, son.
You know-
That is my favorite chorizo dip, and it has meat on it, and I don't care who knows it. I'll eat it anyway.
That is really a good dip.
There's my lasagna.
Yeah, that doesn't do any justice to how big that. He has new plates too. He doesn't use those anymore. He got all new stuff. Didn't he become a cop? Well, I mean, I guess depends on how you look at it. He's a cop as long as he can kick your ass while sitting down. He no longer fights standing up.
There's Richard.
There he is. I told you he's a handsome cuss. Look at that guy.
Wendy, the church is incredible there.
Yeah, it's a very cool church.
There's another church there that I've not been to, but I take photos of it because I absolutely cannot get enough of the cross.
Oh, you're talking about up by the yeah. That's a really cool cross. Him is a handsome cock. God, if I had $1 for every time someone has said that about Richard, I'd be rolling in money. He gets that a lot. Dick does.
Dick.
His friends call him Dick. We should watch When Harry Met Sally. You know what we are going to watch? I promise you. Because if not, I'm not going to tell her where the new where Luigi moves his restaurant to. We will be watching The Princess Bride.
Okay.
Oh, Mimi, you would love the food here. The food here is absolutely remarkable.
Oh
There's
my
no, it's all fresh. You know what I mean? Like,
Patch.
there it is. That is the patch. Like when we said to her, "Hey, can we get an order of the guacamole?" And she said, "Yeah, but they haven't delivered the fresh limes for that today." I mean, you'll sit there and watch them deliver all the stuff that they're making into food. They're not going to Costco. Somebody's bringing that by. It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
I have to find this cross because I think I've shown it before.
Have fun in the castle. Great line.
It is such a cool cross. Like
We are going to watch Casablanca. We determined that one before. This is added to the list, you see.
I have not been to this church. However, like I said, I've taken photos. And
You would have to brush up on your Spanish. That is not a bilingual church.
here's my pizza that Luigi makes.
Oh, it's the margarita pie.
Yep. People are healthier there, Anita Card. Nobody's super thin, but people are healthier there because they don't use all the crap. They have there's no additives. There's no GMOs.
Do you know what's really funny too? I was giving Luigi crap about smoking, and he said,
Look at those cuties.
"About that?" He said, "I hardly ever smoke a full pack in a day." And I was like, "That's a lot of cigarettes." And then I saw his cigarette pack, and down here, cigarettes have 10 in a pack.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
They're this thin. It freaked me out. Isn't that cool?
This is as tall. It's super tall. It goes really high in the sky. Look at this cross. Like, look at the detail.
Yeah, and even the base of it is all It's just amazing. They put a lot of effort into that.
I think that would be a cool tattoo.
See that? We've got Montgomery Angel drinking a margarita.
I love that for her. Isn't it amazing, Rain?
Joy comes in all shapes and sizes, but for hubby, it's always pizza shaped. Nice.
There's Debbie Zito. There's a sunset for you. I took that.
Yeah, that will be. We can film there. That's from the balcony. That is a hell of a view. We can definitely film there. It's going to be a lot hotter this time than you remember.
I've been checking the temperature, and it looks like it's close to the same.
Well, you'd be wrong. Don't get her started. She wants a tattoo of that already.
Isn't that Abigail? Isn't that so cool? That cross.
It is. It's right next to the Salinas sign.
Cute, babe. We're cute together.
From time to time. Yeah, she's all right. Yeah, the sunsets there are amazing. There's been some. Honestly, you know what they look like to me very often is a tequila sunrise. The drink, they have like all of those colors there. Because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking true love, but actually, what she was thinking of to blev, which everyone knows is to bluff. Sorry, great film. You're gonna love it. You'll be using lines from it for the rest of your time on this earth. And it's a Rob Reiner film, so we'll be celebrating Rob Reiner.
That's depressing.
My favorite picture of you two is the one in the sheets after sex. Excuse me?
Which one is that? Did I show something I shouldn't have? I think that. Look at how happy Tommy looks. I love when you look like that.
Well, I was pretty happy. If I'm not mistaken, I had just gotten laid.
Yeah, pretty much every
I'm
time.
kidding. I'm kidding. I was about to. And
Mhm.
I'm kidding. We hardly ever do it. We joke about it a lot, but
He's never seen me
7
naked.
times a day. What's that?
Yeah, we've never done it.
You know what? You get away from everything. It's nice when Reese comes here because it's like,
I love that little heart in the background. That is such a cool little deal.
do you know what's amazing is I'm still smiling, and that was the 85th take. I'm kidding.
Shush it.
I'm kidding. We did have to wait for those little kids to get off of it, though.
What picture in the sheets? I'm curious about this, you guys.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I think I've told the story already, but I was in a drug class in prison, and that was actually a guy's name. And we had to go around the circle and say our names, and he's like, my name is Inigo Montoya. And I just said under my breath, you killed my father. Prepare to die. And everybody in the place started laughing, and the person doing the class didn't think I was funny, which I found absolutely. I remember the Sheets pick. See that? Everybody seems to remember the Sheets pick. Something you want to tell me, kid?
I don't know. I'm looking for it right now.
Oh, you don't mean the one where it looked like I punched her in the grill? Is that the one is that the one you're talking about, where she got the nosebleed?
Yeah, but we weren't laying down in that picture.
No, we were not. Yeah, they're talking about the bloody nose pick. We're actually standing up for that one. Here's why we got scared, because there's a really great one where we might be in the Sheets. But I thought, you did what?
Okay,
That's
so
on our other channel.
the bloody nose one though, we were standing up.
Yeah, I believe we were in the bathroom. It is a great film.
I love that picture. I think that is such a funny picture. That is so cute. You look really youthful in that picture.
Yeah, see, they assumed we were in the sack. We're actually standing up. She got up all bloody. I was like, I got an idea. This one will go viral. Make it look like I just punched you in the snout.
It's so cute because I really like this one where you're looking down with your fist. You know what's weird?
What's weird is we're laying in bed and I look at her and it's like she's got blood going like this. I was like, oh God, there it is.
That happened on our channel the other night. Remember, blood just started pouring out of my nose. Sandy Kovacs, that is so nice. You know what I love about that?
What's that?
Guys, I never think Tommy is very tall. You don't look that tall to me. But then I look at pictures. Look at, he's like a whole head above me. It's so weird. I always think we're the same height. And then I look at
Oh yeah, no, we're pretty close to the same height. What are you, about 6'2"?
I always think Tommy is the same height as me. And then I look at pictures and I'm like, wow.
You know why? Because you rarely see both of us standing up in a photo. Normally, it's
That is so cute. I love your face in that picture. You look so cute in that picture. That doesn't even look like Tommy. He looks 25 years younger to me there.
wow. I'll take that. That's
You
it.
do.
25 years younger.
That is so cute.
Now, Rain Virus, are you really taller than Joe, or is this like a Reese thing?
No, I think she is. Isn't Joe? Joe is, I think, my height.
I don't think that word means what you think it means. The great line from that movie, inconceivable.
I love that picture. That was so cute. You were so
That's pretty
cute
cool.
doing that. He was like, quick, take this. And he was like, can you imagine showing this to the world? And then we did.
I said to her, you know, this will go viral. And like, Tommy beat the piss out of her.
Yeah, right.
So I'm looking at her. She got blood, and I went like this, kind of put it on my knuckle. I was like, all right, come here.
Look at Tommy. Do this. Do a fist. Look at his fist. Tommy's fist. We should do this in person because we've done it. Your fist is as big as my face.
It's
Tommy,
true.
if he punched a woman, like our faces tend to be smaller. If he punched me in the face, there's a chance I'd probably die.
I do
you
have
take
the
face off.
Wreck-It Ralph hands.
I have to say, I love this channel so much more than before the long con. You both have changed so much, and the level of respect is off the charts. That is such a nice thing to say, Sandy.
It really is.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. That makes me really warm. Thank you for saying that.
Mary
Can you-
Barangoni, are you 6'2" as well? Like Reese?
Babe, I didn't realize you were that much taller.
Yeah.
Did you?
And that's not even in my lifts. You know, like that West guy put 2-inch lifts in my Chuck Taylors.
Did you know that you were that much taller?
Yeah, I have a pretty good idea. I walk with my arm around you all the time. You just don't seem to notice, but
So bizarre. I thought we were pretty much the same height.
Ed Kemper is on a medical ward where each inmate has their own cell. So Ed Kemper does not have a cellmate. We got this from Twin Mom.
Thank you, Twin Mom.
Thank you.
But see, like this picture already showed, you don't look that much taller.
I don't. You also have 2.5 inches of hat on.
Oh, please. Interesting.
Andre the Giant was fantastic in that movie. I was telling Reese that. He's just a gentle giant, literally.
Never realized it.
Yeah, well, it's because usually we're in different positions that don't accentuate the. Oh boy! Yeah, she got 2 inches of hat on.
Huh.
You took care of him and one other serial killer when you worked. Wow, do you hear that? Twin Mom took care of your love interest. Now, why don't you tell her that you like the guy from the film, not the real Ed Kemper?
You're not that much taller. I have a crush on the Ed Kemper from the show Mindhunters. I don't have a crush on the real Ed Kemper. I don't feel anything about that. I love this picture. Look at how happy.
I very
Look how
often
happy we
fall a little for those pictures too. So what do you think I am? About 7 or 8 inches taller than you?
That one, you look taller than me.
But not by much, you said. Squirrel nut zipper. What is the matter with you?
Look at how cute you are, babe. I love seeing Tommy when he's that happy. It warms up my heart. It makes me so happy when you're that
You
happy.
didn't see it, but Squirrel jumped up on the keyboard. I guess I shouldn't have freaked out. She can't turn it off. But when I'm live, she'll hop up. She's turned off at least 3 shows that I've done. She's
Thank you,
naughty
little
cat.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Guys, just to be clear, But that was your hair volume.
That's right. And here's the thing: I'm 8 inches taller than you. What? How tall are you?
I'm about 5'5".
Yeah. So I'm like what, 7 or 8 inches taller than you? So you're saying 8 inches isn't a lot?
It never seems like that much. I think because you're not. Oh, 8 inches.
Oh Lord.
Well, that's a weird coincidence. You're 8
That's
inches.
not what you said last time. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's low hanging fruit, people. We're at the
8
2-hour
inches.
mark.
Is a lot.
Okay.
Huh. I didn't realize that. That's a weird coincidence that you're 8 inches taller, but you're also 8 inches
Taller.
outward, upward and outward.
Unicorn.
Time to end the stream. I said I would never do that again. I don't like doing that. I don't like talking about. I don't like talking about Chip. Not on streams.
Well, it could be worse. You could have been like, wow, that's double the size. Like that would have been more of a bummer. I think we should do a duet. I want to sing that song with you live. I think Johnny's learned to play it too.
No, we're not doing that song.
Oh, that's such a good tune.
No.
Unicorn,
No.
butterfly. Come on.
Babe, no. However, I would like, I'll tell you what we should do. We should
You're not
do,
going outside. Stop it. Sorry, go ahead.
we should do a little bit of a karaoke situation while I'm in Ecuador of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights.
I can do that. I know the words to that one.
I know you do.
Or maybe a little Creed.
Speaking of how dare you? Speaking of speaking of Spinal Tap, there is a
Oh wait. Were her eyes wide open? Can you hear that noise? A squirrel trying to open the door.
yeah. Well,
Come here,
squirrel's
squirrel, Zipper. Hey, come here. You're not squirrel. You can't let yourself out. Come here.
squirrel. Hey, squirrel, you're not special.
Would you stop that? That is so uncool. Have I ever said anything crappy to your cat?
I wish you would. I wish a mother effer would.
Come here. Come here, squirrel, Zipper.
No Nickelback. We were gonna put them together and call them Creedleback.
That's awful.
Nickel Reed? Babe. Speaking of Spinal Tap, I would like to do a duet with your brother. I want Johnny in it.
That wouldn't be a duet, but go ahead.
A trioet?
There you go.
I want to do the looser the waistband, the deeper the quicksand. You know what I mean.
Okay.
My baby fits me like a plush tuxedo. I'd like to sink her with my pink torpedo.
Did we really need that for people that couldn't hear? Huh? What were you doing? Was that was American hand sign for, we're poking her? What is that all about?
Big bottom. Big
Crinkleback.
bottom, babe.
Crinkleback.
Nickel Reed.
Crinkleback is pretty good. Actually sounds like it could be the name of the band.
Talk about bum cakes. My girl's got 'em. Babe.
Mudflaps. I prefer the Mudflap verse.
Yeah. Talk about
Big bottoms drive me out of my mind. How could I leave this behind?
Yeah. I want Johnny in on it too. I want all three of us to sing that.
Oh,
No?
You're a cutie. What are you eating? Stop
I
that.
met her on Monday. 'Twas my lucky Bunday. You know what I mean. Are you sure Johnny wants to be a part of this? It doesn't matter.
That's really the question, isn't it?
I wasn't going to give Johnny any options. I never do.
Okay.
He likes it. We're family. We're going to be doing lots of dumb stuff.
Wait till Christmas.
Trust me, he acts like he doesn't like it. He loves it.
The story of the Scoville life is that one goes, hey, we should do this. And the other just does it. And then we both get in deep trouble. Been doing it since the 70s. It's kind of how things roll.
He loves it. Christopher Guest and Michael McKean. I don't know, but I love Michael McKean.
That would be my guess, but I don't know that for a fact. And I should, because it's one of my favorite films. Although I have not seen the second one. I'm afraid to see the second one. I'm afraid that they didn't live up to the first one, and that would just be a bummer for me.
Don't you think Johnny would love to sing that with
He
his
might.
his burly voice? Big bottom. Bo wants
I think-
to.
I'm pretty sure he and I probably have done that at one time or another. We've sang everything. In fact,
Good boy.
we were jamming the other day with a harmonica and a guitar and singing, and I said to Johnny, we should just make a short of this, and then we thought better of it and decided not to.
Do we like Crinkleback?
I do. I think Crinkleback is solid.
Creedleback.
Creedleback?
Creedle. Nickel Creed? Nickel Reed?
I think Crinkle has a really nice.
But it doesn't add. It doesn't make sense. It's Creedleback.
Well, CR, right, with the nickel. I don't know. I was told there would be no math.
I didn't get it actually, but
Not surprised by that in the slightest.
I would like to do that song. I'd like to do Paradise by the Dashboard Light, and then I'd like to do the other one.
You're loading up with the pen ahead of time. You're scaring the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other.
No, that's some say love. Oh, Lord.
Babe, don't you want to? Oh, Bobo,
He's a good boy. He's a good person.
you're nice.
I don't know what that is, Nicole Bell.
Boy.
I've never heard of that. You know what they do have here, which I was kind of hoping that Reese might do a little of, because I think it would make for a very funny video, is this tea that they make out of a cactus down here. It's supposed to be a real bender.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
What's
Somebody actually offered it to Johnny and I. They were like, "Oh man, you've never done this?" But then I looked up the name of it. Turns out it's a derivative of the mezcal plant. So
What's that?
like a mescaline tea. It's just sort of takes the edge off, makes you trip your balls off for 12 hours.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
And
Kind of a big thing down here.
It's legal?
It is. Yeah. It's not, and I don't mean it's legal like you can go get it at the grocery store, but it's made by people in the up in the Andes, and it is brought down, and you absolutely can do it. It is not an alcoholic drink. It is a sit down and watch the walls breathe kind of drink.
Oh my God, Rain, you just made me think of it in Bridesmaids when the lady is on the plane and she's like, "Can I get a double 7 and 7?" And the girl's like, "Is that alcohol?" And she's like, "It's sweet. You'll like it." Fun, Reese, drink it. Babe,
If so, we'll film it.
I would rather knock back a few margaritas. That sounds safer.
Reese on a psychedelic, film it or it didn't happen. See, that should be the battle cry. Although I can think of a couple of things that have not been. Actually, no, I can't think of anything that hasn't been filmed. Sorry.
What about that one drink that they sell there? It's like CBD.
Oh yeah, you could definitely have one of those. But that doesn't. I mean, that's not going to knock you on your ass. It just sort of makes it. It's just sort of a relaxed kind of a thing. This other one, you'll do this one, and grip onto something because it's going to be a.
Oh yeah, no, I'll never do that. Oh hell no. No, I would never do that. But we can go to Lucy's and do the 2 for $9 margaritas, and I would knock back 1 or 2.
Look at that. McKeon, Guest, and Harry Sure all wrote the songs. Nice.
Harry?
Don't start with me. Makes you forget you have ovaries. Yes, and an ego. Blows both of them out of the water.
12 hours. We're not doing that. No
You
way.
got brain virus. She says, I'm sorry, hallucinogenics are my jam.
Fine, man. I'm not doing hallucinogenics. No way.
Yeah, me either.
Kid busted that door open.
Not another gummy night. No, this would be a little
Cute.
no reason for the tea.
Please, you girl.
Reason no, this guy was hot to trot to bring Johnny and I a bottle. But and he goes, you guys are YouTubers, you'd have to film this. At that point I went, maybe that's not such a good idea.
Kid is so cute when she grabs my face.
She really is.
She does this all the time.
She's a very cute lady.
Jamie, she can open doors. She's very handsy. Kid, you cuddly ass. You
I like to
sweet.
ponder the universe my damn self. I try to do it about once a year, but
Oh no, I'm not doing hallucinogenics, man. No way.
well, look, when you say it that way, it sounds bad. But if you said, I would like to sample a local tea,
I don't like I don't like being out of control. I don't like feeling that feeling of being out of control. What's happening here? Speaking of out of control. If you eat Medable,
If you eat an edible when you have a lap band, you will wake up too high to go into Walmart. Good to know.
Yadira, love you, girl. Yadira's like, she said no. She's zesty, babe. She's not American. She's
No, that's good. Let's make me sound like a rapist. I'm shoving this on you. Trying to
great.
have fun with the freaking audience here.
That's a cool clip. Keep going.
Yeah, you know what, Rain Virus? That's kind of me too. And I'm no longer in the U.S., which takes one whole sort of, I had the ability to get certain things safely and without breaking the law in the U.S. Down here, that would be different. So I'm left with this tea, and I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm pretty well versed on psilocybin. I mean, I've done mescaline. In fact, I've done a shitload of mescaline. But this is when they make stuff in tea. Would you stop shaking your head? I'm talking to Rain Virus. When you do it in a tea, it seems slightly different than it's a little bit less. I'll film it. She just won't be here for it. But at some point, I'm definitely going to do it.
Maybe
I wouldn't do ayahuasca or any of the scary stuff, but I will do the tea, but I won't do it with Reese here. Johnny Skull and I will film it. You guys get a kick out of it.
you still talking to Rain?
No, I'm done talking to Rain. Thanks, Rain. Appreciate you listening to me. She doesn't always like that. I'm sorry.
You done with your little tantrum there, Scoville? I got things to say. No, Mimi, her name is Kid, but she used to be way heavier, like 5 pounds heavier. And we always said potatoes. I do. I don't know why I do that, but I always said potatoes. Yeah, Sandy, he's probably going to do a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a case that I'll be probably handling from now until it's over.
I need a card that scares the ever living. I don't like being out of control. I don't like that feeling. That's why I was a meth head, because I was so in
Oh my God! Do you hear what you just said? That's one of the funniest statements I've ever heard anybody say.
Why?
Because for most people, large amounts of meth make people feel wildly out of control.
Really? No.
Yeah, really.
I felt very under control as I cleaned the walls and took
Oh,
apart.
but here you go, judging an entire class of substances that you've never tried because you know exactly what it's going to do to you. That seems a little bit out of line.
I would say my whole life is out of line. Is that something new, or I guess I'm
Well, not all of it.
the whole damn thing?
No, I can think of parts of it that are just not anywhere close to out of line.
You think they're in line?
I'm sorry, what?
We've gone over the 2-hour mark. We're not doing 3 hours like we did last
We have derailed.
You messed up your back last time, Grandpa.
I'm going to get up a lot slower this time. I have a plan. Last time I hopped up and it just bent me in half and it took days to get right.
Guys, when we did that 3-hour stream last week, Tommy effed up his back from that. And had I known that, I would have never let us go 3 hours. Snoopy,
Yes.
time for you to end off and get up here.
Well, all right then. Wait a
But-
second. I thought it was you coming. Anyway.
But I do want to tell you something that you might not know about. I saved
Let me know.
I saved it for the end.
Okay. It's the other stuff you plan on doing while you're here? Yes, I know.
I think you're really cute.
Oh, what a kind thing to say. I love it when you wear black, and those glasses just absolutely
Thumpy. Bo's doing it too.
Bo Cephas, brother Bo.
Babe, I'm serious. I have things to say about it. You're not
Well, all
listening.
right then. Thank you, Abigail. I'm listening. You're fond of me.
I'm pretty into you.
Well, we'll do some yoga and you know.
I got some yoga for you. Abigail. Oh, this is now I feel awkward about this. I'm about to read a scripture. Sorry, Lord, forgive me.
Good timing.
May all who search for you be filled with joy and gladness in you. May those who love your salvation repeatedly shout, "The Lord is great." Old Testament. Abigail, thank you for that. That's a lovely scripture, and thank you for sticking around, Abigail. I feel a little guilty that you're still here. Thank you for your super chat, babe. I am very Twitter-pated. Yeah.
Really? Can they do something for that, or is it a shot of penicillin? What are you doing? You're Twitter pated.
I got something for you. I got a solution.
Do you now?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lingus.
If
That's
I play my cards right, Barbara Waite, that's my goal. I'm trying to
that's
play.
a language.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Did you know that I'm pretty good with toenail polish?
Reese, the black with the chunky chain and the way your hair looks, hot, totally hot. Just saying. Wow. Thank you, Deanna. That is so nice. Okay.
You get here, you play your cards right, and I'll give you a pedicure. I do pedicures, you know.
Why can't you? You paint. I heard you paint toenails.
No. Paint camel toes. I'm sorry.
Oh, you
I'm kidding. Come on, lighten up. These are jokes.
That's after.
These are the jokes. Look, we're 2 hours and 16 minutes in.
It's Friday night. How come you don't do foot massages? I'm into foot massages. You better be careful, Joanne.
I don't do foot massages. You take that back.
You said you do pedicures. I don't give a shit.
I've never massaged your feet.
Anita. You do, but I need more of it. You need to pump those numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
Okay. Fair. But to say that I don't do it is just downright rotten.
For a guy who's into feet, what are you doing? Oh, that's so cute.
Squirrel's getting in her basket.
For a nice keyboard. Oh, we saw the unmentionables.
If you're gonna shame my foot fetishness, I'll put pictures up that are gonna bum you out. So just let this go, right? Like you say to me, that's enough.
But you didn't even let me finish my sentence. I said for a guy.
Because I know who you are. Go ahead.
For somebody who's into feet, I want to see more massages.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Abigail. And
Abigail, your timing was impeccable.
You're an angel, truly. All right, then. Well, on this awkward ending, I guess we'll just hit end stream. Guys, thank you so much for the super chats and for being members. We appreciate it so much. We love you all. Hit subscribe. YouTube does unsubscribe you. And watch Tommy for more true crime stuff. Because even I don't always watch Tommy. I'm going to be honest.
That's why I blame you.
But I'm into this Rob Reiner thing. I'm very fascinated by it. I'm very sad about it. I also feel a little guilty that everybody keeps saying,
watch when I do that one, though, don't you?
I do. I also feel a little sad that everybody's saying Rob Reiner. He had a wife. Her name was Michelle, and she also was killed.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like she's not getting recognition. Everybody's going,
so here's how this always happens. It is going to be called the Rob Reiner case until they start to really go off about Nick, and then it is going to be called the Nick Reiner case. This is just sort of the way it always goes.
Okay. I just feel like she's not getting recognized at all. Everywhere you look, it's Rob Reiner. And it's like, yeah, she also.
It's not right. Yeah, it's matricide. He killed
the mother of his children. Like, come on.
A beautiful woman.
Yes, she was. Barbara Waite, that's hilarious. God bless us, everyone, foot fetish or not.
I think I have a picture. We'll share it next time.
Yeah, we do. Mimi, I'll see you guys tomorrow on my channel. Tommy will be on his channel. I will be on tomorrow afternoon, and then I won't be around Sunday because we have the Zoom call. I'm quite excited about that. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of 6 hours in a chair.
8.
Oh, well, you guys have a good time.
Yeah. Thank you, Wendy, and love you, babe. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, Anita. That's right. All right, everybody. Love you all. Love you, Mary Barons. I hope that you felt less like a ghost tonight because we love you.
Yeah.
And Joanne Hawley, we pray that your I need your power to stay on.
And thank you for that lovely heather color. All right, I'll let it go.
Yes, that was kind of her, very kind of her super chat. And Jamie Palmer, I'll look into it. All right, everybody. Love you all. I'll see you on my channel tomorrow. Tommy will see you on his. Love you guys and good night. Thank you.